Yo. It's Grapsody with Will, Phil, and Reg, trying to keep it real instead of what you usually get from these talking heads. It's Grapsody, we're here to fill the void. 3 black fans, different perspective, got to fill your voice. Coming with the podcast, talking majors, indies in between. Yeah, it's all that, and we're down with Fightful, better fall back. Coming for respect, we connect like a ball bat. No need to double check, these are all facts. You're listening to us talk raps. You're listening to us talk raps. Will, Phil, and Reg. Yeah, we're Grapsody, here to talk raps. Yeah, we're Grapsody, here to talk raps.
I was jamming out. I'm sorry.
What's going on? You know what it is. It's Saturday morning. You are with your boys, but you're not just with your boys.
Hey.
Surprise! We have a guest in the building. Shout out to Isaiah. So loyal follower of this show.
Straight
he
up.
said we should get Cresta to come through, and I was like, man, what you doing, Cresta? And she sent me a message and was like, man, I wouldn't mind pulling up, so here we are.
Look at that. Look at that. She's here.
About to get real black on this Saturday morning. What's up, everybody?
Let's go,
Good morning.
baby. Let's go. It's actually perfect timing that we have Cresta here because she was at a big show this week, so we're going to get a couple thoughts on that. We are very excited to have Cresta here. We've been putting this together behind the scenes for a while. We had a couple dates set, but Cresta's very busy out here. She can't get it together on
You
a
would
Saturday.
think I'm Sean or Denise.
Right, exactly. Like she's outside every Saturday morning, so I get it. But no, she's here. We're here. It's Saturday. It's lit. It's your boy Righteous Reg, your favorite writer, your favorite rapper, your favorite podcaster, Grapsody Podcast. We got a lot to talk about, right?
We do. We do have a lot to talk about. But you know what it is. This is Grapsody. I'm Phil Lindsey. Of course, man, as he said, it's Righteous Reg is in the building. And of course, we have our guest, Cresta Star. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. I'm not a churchgoer, and I was telling you guys this off air, but sometimes I go with my grandma to church because you know black grandmas. You gotta keep the appearance up, make them happy. Because grandma, we all love grandma. But yeah, I'm doing good. She says she's not going because it's raining, and like the true extra introvert I am, canceled plans. Oh no,
the worst. Wow, I really wanted to do that so bad.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. Are you sure you're canceling? Oh, you're super sure. Oh my God, I guess I'll just relax. The worst. Oh
no. Are you one of those people like me where you are like secretly hoping a lot of people cancel their plans when they ask you to do something?
Yeah.
Like sometimes somebody will be like, man, I don't know if I'm going to make it. And I'm like sitting at home, like looking at the pair of jeans I'm about to put on. Like, oh, they're going to sit right there. I'm not about to put those on. Like,
perfect. You try to encourage them a little bit. You're like, you know what? Man, you probably had a long day today. I'm sure you had a long day.
It depends on how dressed I am. If I have my makeup on and I'm damn near ready, I'm like, you're going out because I'm going out. I'm ready. But if I don't have on most of my makeup, if I just have on like my eyelashes, well, that is most of my makeup. And you're like, I'm not going. I'm like, shit, let me go play some Baldur's Gate or something.
Listen, man. Sometimes you still got them. Sometimes you still got them basketball shorts on, and you're still sitting there playing Overwatch, and it's like, you sure you want to go somewhere? I think I might be good. You good? I think we can make this happen.
Money. We could stay home.
Yeah.
Listen, we could be online, and we could pretend to Benihana's together.
Straight up. Pretending to Benihana's with your friend is crazy.
That's gonna be your new life because I've said a lot of crazy things according to you before we even got on air.
A lot. It's gonna be one of those days. I'm very excited about it, honestly.
Yeah, but of course, you know, Cresta is a part of the Fightful lineup. She is usually here on Saturdays, reviewing Collision with the homie Riccicino and Iridian, fellow Chicagoan. Yeah, I mean, what are your thoughts on the current state of Collision while I got you? Because Collision is kind of in flux right now. It's not a bad show, but it's definitely not the show that it was initially pitched as.
I will say that I'm very easily sports entertained. So you have to be doing like the least for me to be like, yo, what the fuck is this? I still like Collision. However, I will say that Collision being built around one corporate mandate Punk, him no longer being there, is a little weird. But Collision has proven that you have Ricky Starks, that FTR, hair and bald, for better or for worse, are still a draw. You could still build your show around them. Bryan Danielson, BCC being menaces. Wrestling is not one person. And I personally like CM Punk. I know a lot of people are like, fuck that guy, but I'm new to wrestling for the most part. Like, I came back and I didn't see his first run. So seeing this is very interesting. Somebody getting a little too big for their britches. But again, he's not the end of the world. A little anger management, you know. You'll be all right. I don't think this is the end, because I've said this on, I think it was Collision and what's that other thing? Impact. So I have to think about that. Please don't flame me.
Come on, you're the Impact correspondent over here, Cresta. Give it up.
I love him. I'm an Impact show, but I also have lizard brain. So,
man, speaking of Impact, pretty excited about Bound for Glory coming up in Chicago. Yeah, we just got a pretty big announcement. It's going to be Speedball Mike Bailey going up against Will Ospreay.
Oh yeah, they're gonna go crazy.
I was already planning to go, but I'm definitely going now. Don't want to miss that match.
Yo, Impact kind of has a little home in Chicago, huh? This is like the 10th show they've done this year, it feels like.
Yeah, they Chicago, Canada, because Impact is always
right, straight up.
They've done Cicero Stadium a few times, so I think this is their fourth or third time this year doing Cicero Stadium. Third, I'm sorry, because they did two tapings earlier, and then they did a taping in July, and now.
Is that where Bound for Glory is going to be?
Yes, Cicero Stadium.
Nice.
Bound for Glory is going to be good, and I said this on Thursday, and I'll say it here, and I'm going to say it again tonight. Speedball Mike Bailey for Wrestler of the Year. Because since January, this man is putting on banger after banger after banger with his match with Josh Alexander before Alexander got injured. I think he went over to New Japan and was doing some shit. And now against Will Ospreay, the only thing that match is missing is bruv, and we about to get it. So.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say, it's Wrestler of the Year versus Wrestler of the Year, where most people say, you know, indie Wrestler of the Year versus mainstream Wrestler of the Year, I guess you could say. This is about to be, they've had a couple coming into this, but like this one feels different just because one of the year that Will Ospreay is having. I mean, pick a match that you want to say is the best of the year and in his catalog, and you got it. And Mike Bailey, since he's came back from his little 5-year whatever hiatus, whatever he had, not being in America, hasn't missed one time. You could go through every single match that he's had, and there hasn't been one in I'm getting emotional about it. There hasn't been one in there that hasn't been insane. He got back to back to back to back. I mean, with anybody you could just go, like, I say pick one, but legit, Mike Bailey match anyone in the world, and you're going to be like, that was crazy. So for the two of them to meet here, it's going to be a big deal. What's the main event is Alex Shelley and Josh Alexander?
Probably.
That's what it seems like. It seems like
that's going to be crazy too.
Yeah, based off those two matches, this looks like it's going to be a great show. Seems like they're teasing Mickie James versus Trinity as well. That's probably going to be Impact Knockouts Championship match. Yeah, very excited for the show now. So, I don't know. If you're also excited for this show, or you just want to yell at us other things, if you're in our chat and you just want to tell us you do not miss CM Punk, like I'm sure some people do, you can send us your super chats. If you want to send us a more direct contribution, you can send us your Humper Chats at humperchats.com/Fightful.
And also, if you want to, we're going to continue with the plugs. Support. It's been in my brain because I want it to be on my brain. If you get to grapsody.bigcartel.com, you can now get the official Grapsody hats.
Hold on. Wait.
Show that.
Wow, look at that. Man. Clean.
Designed by Grapsody's own Phil Lindsey. This
is
everything that I've been wanting for a long time.
Come on, man. Since this is a new era, got a fresh new cap, man. Gotta come through with it, man. Got a logo on the back. Got what it looks like at the front. You can get it in black. You can get it in 5 other colors that I am drawing a blank on because it is 11 in the morning and my brain is not processing all these things at the moment.
Correct.
But if you do want to get a hat, like Reg said, you can go and grab that at grapsody.bigcartel.com. You also have the shirt that we rocked at StarCast on there. I've seen that some people got theirs this week.
Yeah,
if they ordered.
They shut up quick.
So, appreciate you guys for the support as always. But like I said, man, big fan of hats in general as a hat wearer, and I was like, yo, we gotta get a hat. And I've been working on this for a minute.
Hats.
Look, man, I've been working on this for a minute, and I've been like, look, if we're getting a hat, man, this has to look like an official, like fitted. This gotta look like something that I would rock, regardless if it's a wrestling. I don't want this to look like wrestling merch. So I'm like, yo.
Wow, I've heard a lot of people say that. I want wrestling merch, but I don't want wrestling merch.
Exactly, because I don't want somebody to be like, you got a wrestling shirt on, you little loser. No, I want it to look cool while I'm outside.
Well, I don't mind that, but I don't mind wearing wrestling merch. But my thing is, like, if it's a hat, I want it to feel like a hat that people would wear. I don't want it to be like, all right, well, I'm going to this event that, you know, is wrestling adjacent or something. So let me throw in this hat.
Like Wale Mania. This is a Wale Mania hat.
This is a Wale Mania, or I'm going out with some homies. Like, oh, that's a nice hat. And you could be like, it's Grapsody.
But this hat, man, this looks like you can wear it. Just had it on in a local hood Chinese restaurant. So it's valid. It's official.
It's valid. It's official. They didn't make him take it off when he came inside. It's real.
They looked at it, was like,
here, man.
All right.
Talk a little bit about the designing of that little logo in the front, Phil.
So I wanted something, you know, our shirts are like an homage to the Bulls jersey. And I was like, man, I would love to have something that's like the Sox logo or maybe the Detroit Lions logo. Not a Detroit fan, but I do like their hats. And as a fan of fitteds, you can't go wrong with Old English. And I was like, how can I get this to look cool? And I'm like, I got it. I went through a few passes at it, but we're here, man.
Yes. Very exciting.
It's
very
cool.
dope.
It's a good looking hat.
And it's a snapback, of course, because we both have dreads. We can't just pick a number on a hat. Black women, of course, Cresta. You need the snapback. You know, hair could be different. I got a
big ass head.
No, I'm saying your hair could be different on Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday. It could be 3 different hairstyles, Cresta. I don't know.
If this was a different show, I'd be like, well, tell me.
Exactly what I'm saying. That's how we got to get Cresta. That's what I was expecting. Like, she about to rip off the wig. We about to have a viral moment here.
Wig? This is growing out of my scalp. This is unicorn.
Listen, you're supposed to have a wig on, Cresta. I thought we were coordinating the thing together.
Next time, I'll come in drag with my mustache and my bullshit on. So when you're ready, I'll be like, yes, yes.
We need a Sasha Banks / Mercedes moment. You're just in here. You're like, actually, I'm here.
Bro, first of all, side note, we're dragging it. I haven't done my first drag show, but I have my first performance where I'm doing Orange Cassidy things. In my mind, I have it rehearsed. I just need a place. I need a venue. I have a friend who does drag, and I told her about it. She's like, girl, that's very straight. Nobody want to see that shit. I'm like, all right, okay. So, you know, maybe a different venue, maybe a different time. I heard the Chris Jericho cruise is coming up. Y'all need drag performance.
See, that's why you got to do that market research. You see how she immediately was like, nah, that's probably not going to hit.
Yeah. I mean, like, we could make it hit, but I'd have to really tailor it. And the overlap is kind of low, but I'm working on it. I had a lot of my friends who are LGBTQ, like, yo, y'all want to watch some wrestling? Look at this big woman. Her name is Awesome Call. She going to pick this woman up and put her down. Come on. Come watch. Yeah, come here. I know y'all like. We
need Billy Dixon to bring back Paris is Bumping, because that would have hit at that. The Cassandra Cup. Here comes Cresta as Orange Cassidy. It would have been.
They're not ready for Effie's gay brunch yet. I like Effie's gay brunch this much because I'm not a blood fan. I'm soft. SAWFT. But I'm like, if y'all like women's wrestling, have you guys heard of Effie? And
it's kind of crazy because when you said I'm not a blood fan, I was like, is she a Crip fan? I'm like, is she gangbanging on our show? I don't know if that's how you're starting. I'm like, I don't know if that's what our show's gonna go to. She said I'm not a blood fan. Like, we represent for all our crap.
Shout out to True Guy when he was like, nah, y'all put that cap out and y'all don't have it in red. Y'all keep it on. Look, man.
Listen,
we do got the royal blue joint out, so.
We got to represent for both, Phil. I live in California.
It does look away, but look, man, I just immediately thought of, like, bruh pulling up on somebody with a red Grapsody hat on. Like, what's bracken? I was like, I don't know if we're ready for that in these streets.
That could be.
Not what's bracket. Chocolate bit bookies.
I don't know if I want to be a part of that.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
It's a lot.
I run too fast. You have to catch me. And
if you catch me, fast.
I'm a tap. That goes for anybody. You think you're going to fight me? You got it, fam. Not and today. I don't got no money. So you practicing if you robbing to me. So.
Yeah, exactly. No, you like, bro, I'm about to join you in the robbing if that's what we're doing. You ain't getting nothing from me. I need some too. How much do you got? Shit, we're turning this around.
Shit. What size you wear?
Straight up. Straight up. But yeah, we're here. Should we get into a couple super chats, some humper chats before we get super into it? Because we got a couple here.
Let's get it.
Amir Echo Ronnie says, and new GCW World Champion Matt Riddle. I don't know about that one, Amir.
Maybe. Oh, can we make how bad can we make jokes here? Because sometimes
go for it. Nah, go all in.
I'm gonna say this.
I'll be getting in trouble. Let me say the disclaimer.
Okay. Well, sorry, Sean. I'm gonna say this, like I've said before. Go to NWA, rehabilitate your image. Billy Corgan is good at that. And after what Tyrus did, you could do whatever.
Bro, Matt Riddle in NWA sounds nuts.
Whoa,
that sounds absolutely.
Hold on a minute.
CM Punk at NWA to confirm.
I was gonna say all the suggestions people have been making this week. I'm like, NWA is about to be wild in a couple months.
Listen, more wrestling, more competition. I be memeing, but can you imagine CM Punk and one Matthew Riddle in NWA?
That sounds nuts.
That sounds crazy. I mean, their former world champion Tyrus did just have his last match. They gotta fill the void.
And it's not gonna be King of the Indies, Matt Cardona. He got better things to do.
they got EC3. They're cool. That's
okay. Yeah, let's move on. Let's move forward. Ray O says, "This is what I've been waiting for. This is the 3-man booth we need." People are excited about Cresta's being here. The person that recommended this, Isaiah's World, is here saying, "Hey yo, Cresta, let's effing go. Y'all are goats for real. Appreciate you making that suggestion. Put it together really fast." Behind the scenes, it's just how we work out here. Our homie Van Twinblade says, Cresta, y'all watch Glory Pro Ascend yet? Tankman versus Xavier Walker humped. After the match in the back, Tank challenged 2D Land, and that's tomorrow. That's a banger. 2D Land and Calvin Tankman is crazy.
I've never heard of Glory Pro Ascend. Please don't hate me. I watch enough wrestling as it is, and if I'm not watching wrestling,
wow, St. Louis indie promotion, man. Come on, man.
St. Louis. Van Twinblade also says, also Warhorse versus Jake Something casket match. They're gonna try to destroy each other.
I would. Okay, I know both of those guys.
You do,
and I'm familiar with both of their work. I would like to see that. I would like to see that.
Mir also says, change Collision name to Dragon TV.
I don't know about that name. We'll put it in the suggestion box.
Yeah. Only if it opens with Bryan Danielson's new music.
Homeboy is gonna come out with his shirt off singing again.
Yeah.
Greatness.
Yeah. Thought that was a woman up until that moment. Yes Boy says, have y'all ever left a friend at a hospital or at a time in need just to go and have a good time? Adam Cole makes me stick to my stomach. It was kind of crazy though, in retrospect when you look at it, because Adam Cole came in legit for probably 2 minutes max and was like, "Hey Roddy, I'm here," and then 2 minutes later was like, "All right, gotta go." Like, why did you even come if you're gonna just leave 2 minutes later?
That's showing support, man.
Well, that's not showing support. You could have just sent me a text message. You coming in just so I can smell you and you leave.
What you want to do? You want to stand there for like 30 minutes with him? Go and get him like a cup of coffee out of the machine and
sit down. Let's watch an episode of the Golden Girls real quick, and then you can get up out of here, man. You can't just come in here and be like, "I'm here
for 2 minutes."
Well, I gotta go because I have another friend that I like more than you.
Yeah, I mean, look, man. He doesn't know what traffic was like getting to Arthur Ashe, man. He had to hop in the car. But no, that segment was hilarious.
So
opening with Matt Taven praying over him with the rosary in his hand. Hysterical. They're both in black, like this man is dying.
Yeah.
They're at a funeral, and Adam Cole comes in, and they're like, "That's what you wear." And it's like, he's still alive, guys.
Yeah, he's in the hospital, dude. I think everything's gonna be okay. No, then Roderick Strong's been like, "Adam, where are you?" Adam Cole being like, "I'm right here." And Roderick Strong says, "Where's here?" "Bro, right here. Open your eyes up. I'm right here."
Bro, not your eyes. I will say, being at Dynamite Rampage, when that man started yelling Adam, the whole crowd at random, Adam! Next strong Adam, 10 out of 10. Honestly, that segment is really funny. But also, you in the hospital, what you want me to do? Hold your hand? Like, I came.
So you would have only came for 2 minutes too, Cresta?
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have came. See, I'll take that over that.
Yeah. I think we established that. Unless I had the day free, like that, I'm like, listen.
Like, Send me an edible arrangement, bro. We'll be all right. Like, you don't have to
man.
come
Look,
every
man.
2 minutes.
I could have came in with Marina and comforted Marina and then walked back out. Like,
you could have brought him, like you said, an edible arrangement or herbal arrangement. He would have been fine. And he would have been fine. But you came in here empty-handed and was like, hi, bye. My other friend needs me. You know what? They should jump you. Where's Kyle O'Reilly? I know Bobby Fish is down at the seashore singing a sea shanty, but where's Kyle O'Reilly?
He's hurt still injured.
Cresta, is an edible arrangement? Is that a real thing?
It's legal in New York, so I'm sure.
Huh. If it ain't.
Yeah.
Are you saying I come with $1 million idea?
Great idea.
I mean,
if it ain't an idea, that's a great idea.
I'm sure Cheech and Chong have like something on it because we see those ads like 1,000 times a day on Twitter. I would love to know what they're spending their budget on for promotion because it's crazy.
Budget is crazy. They maxed out.
They've been waiting their whole life for this. It hasn't been legal anywhere for a very long time until like the last 5 years. So they're like, oh, we cooking.
Right.
We cooking.
Right. Okay. Van Twin Blade also says, send this to Effie's Big Gay Brunch Trans Fights.
I love that.
I like it.
Support trans people. And also trans people should give them
Yeah, see? That could be the next one. Our friend Deontay Soignier says, whose house? Swerve's house. Feud about to be fire. Not everyone going to AEW, Impact, GCW, not NWA. Morning, Miss Cresta, Phil, Reg. Always love.
Not
Appreciate
NWA.
you, Dante.
When you pronounce his name like that, I just thought about that clip that's going around Twitter now of apparently Boys to Men being a little bit nasty backstage, and so I immediately thought of Wanye, and like they've got like the one chick Candy, she was talking about working with them and talking about the splits, and they were basically like, who is she to even demand splits? She should be happy that she's working with, and I'm like, whoa,
not Boys to Men.
Hold on a minute, Wanye. Why you going crazy like that? I mean, the deep voice guy did leave the group. There has to be something there. Like,
Mike?
Why the deep voice nigga leave? What did he leave for?
Didn't he have like a disability or something? I think he had to retire because he had some kind of disability.
I was just putting some on there now. I'm like, they nasty back there. That's why he left.
I don't think that he's speaking to any of those guys though.
He was like, you know what, Wanye, this is about to be the last time I'm ever in Boys to Men. I'm not gonna be at the next show. I'm not gonna be at this state fair performance. I'm out.
Somebody behind him just held up a lighter the whole time he was saying it.
Why would you say that? All I could think of is, look, they happy. They all happy to see me. But you out the group. Yo, you out the group. To see you. Man, they here to see me. Anybody here to see you, Otis?
Yep.
Nobody here to see you.
We bring it back around, baby. It's all the way back around. But yeah, Swerve and Hangman is next week. Big deal. Prince Nana is, I just can't believe. Honestly, I thought that Stokely would be in the position that Nana is in now. And I'm kind of, but I knew that Nana could be in this position. So I'm happy for it. But I was like, I think this was kind of tailor-made for Stokely. But Nana's killing it.
Nana is definitely killing it. Those boys was up there at Hot 97 this week. Representing. Got a big pop when Nana hit the dance in Arthur Ashe.
Huge pop. How was that, Cresta?
Bro, we were doing the dance before he got out there. When Swerve's music hit for the Darby Sting Embassy match, all you see is everyone in my section, Swerve, when I drive in, Swerve, when I drive. And when he hit that, I have the video. I meant to upload it. But the look on his face was like, oh, y'all ready? Swerve, when I drive. Everybody was going crazy. I agree with you on the Stokely Hathaway comment. Because I think Stokely Hathaway, and I don't care if y'all flame me for this, is up there speaking wise with Paul Heyman and Zelina Vega. Fight your mama about it. I'm sorry. He can talk you down out your booth, make you mad, get whoever he's representing, get them into really shitty situations. Like, yo, Stokely, why you said that? Shut up. I can't wrestle like that. The fuck, man.
Right.
So I'm actually surprised, but from what I hear on Ring of Honor, he's doing Adam Pearce stuff.
He hasn't been on Ring of Honor TV in like 4 weeks. So
disgusting. This is Stokely erasure.
Yeah.
What's happening here, man?
I meant to ask some questions about that. I still have some questions about that.
I mean, Tony Khan, what's going on? If you could come out on the stage and do this, you can book Stokely Hathaway. I've had it with you.
Yeah, Steven Richards.
I was gonna say y'all saw that.
Not
clip.
happy with him dancing.
Richards was mad.
He was not happy.
Your
with
man's
him
in the hospital and you're outside doing this stupid dance. I'm like, yo.
The crowd loved it. It popped us all. I was cheering too. The crowd loved it. I know it popped the boys in the back too. So stop it. Let it be great.
I didn't think it was a big deal, but apparently Steven was like, nah, he was ready to come out there with the Right to Censor music. Like, nah, I get backstage with that.
Not the Right to Censor. Daniel Garcia put him up to it because Daniel Garcia and oh no, not Mark Quinn. What's the other guy who's in private?
Isaiah Cassidy.
Cassidy came out. I was like, yeah, and so did Daniel Garcia. So the crowd was chanting for Daniel Garcia to do the dance. But before that, Tony Khan came out and the New York crowd was like, shut the fuck. They were booing him. They were booing for no reason. For free. So Garcia.
I mean, that's for a reason.
I mean, are you mad at him or are you mad that your favorite didn't know how to behave? He got fired.
Oh, see, I mean, we're opening up a can of worms.
I don't know if it's deserved he's getting booed, but it just
it's not deserved, but these people think that it's his fault, but it's not his fault at all. His hands were tied.
Yeah, like what you want me to do? Let this guy be a
What you want me to do, bro? I don't. Yeah, but people are just like, you fired my friend. Now you're out of here.
Nah, he should just.
Do you know him? Does he come to your house? Does he pet your dog?
How these people be talking, Cresta? You would think.
He should hit the hole. If he was in Queens, he just came out with the "What you want me to do? I'm sorry."
Yeah, Mr. Garcia, and get out of there.
After seeing Tony Khan live, that requires a certain level of swag that this man just doesn't possess. Bless his heart, because that whatever Garcia was doing, whatever Tony was doing, it's like, bruh.
I don't know what Tony was doing, man. Tony looked like he was doing the WB joint.
If you in the Billionaire Boys Club, it don't matter how you dance, honestly. I don't care.
I'm still going. I don't care how much money you got. You get these jokes for free. Yuck, yuck.
Hey, I'll wipe my tears with my money, big dog. It's all good.
That's a fact.
Phil Scott says, "Can we please get Will Ospreay versus Josh Alexander?" Yes, please.
Yes,
somebody
boys.
book it. Let's have it. Let's see it. I want it.
Alexander needs to win, though. Sorry. Listen, I like Will Ospreay, but Josh Alexander being the champion that he was don't get enough respect. It was like Roman Reigns this, Daniel Bryan and that, CM Punk this. No one talks about Josh Alexander. So Josh Alexander should win that. Sorry about
nobody be watching that TV show that you.
All right.
All right. Impact's a pretty good show, man.
It's a great show. Everybody should be watching it.
I don't get to watch it every week, but it's a pretty good show. Man.
Like Phil's in that with everybody else saying he ain't watched Impact in years.
Yo, years. Look at this.
Who's the Impact X Division champion, Phil? Say it right.
Kushida.
No.
Nope.
Was that Kushida?
He lost
0%. Mm-hmm.
He was X Division. He won the Ultimate X, and he challenged Leo.
Sorry,
for it.
Chris Sabin.
Yeah.
What am I thinking?
There
Chris
you go.
Sabin.
When in doubt, Motor City seen guns it out.
I mean, yeah, exactly. It would have worked like 2 out of 3 chances is going to be Chris Sabin. Just say Chris Sabin.
Why did I say Kushida? Because he won the Big X joint.
Yeah, he won the Ultimate X, and at the time Leo Rush was champion, and then Leo Rush had to go against Chris Sabin again, and Chris Sabin did his wrestling uncle thing 10
times, 10 times champion, 10
they
times.
They just did another Ultimate X, didn't they, Cresta?
For the Impact 1000, and Alan Angels is doing the Shinsuke Nakamura gimmick from 2018, was just punching people in the dick. So Alan Angels won that. There was a good shot that they had from the other Ultimate X match where it's just Alan Angels going like this with the Jordan in someone's nuts. So
nice.
It's the most devastating move in the game.
Impact had 1,000 episodes, man. It's what a journey, big dog. It's been
1,000 episodes. That's crazy.
I remember watching Impact on Fox Sports at like 1 a.m.
Yikes.
And I was like, "Woo! I don't know if these guys are gonna make it." But look, people, oh my god, people have been preying on their downfall legit since day one, since their first show. People are like, "This show is not gonna make it. Why is Jeff Jarrett doing this? What are you doing here?" And look, we're 20-some years later, and they're still going strong.
Jared ain't even there no more. Jared across the street another place.
Yeah.
Yo, so quote this whole boy and quote David in the chat. They also had 100.
I mean, they've been
everywhere.
Watched it. Yeah, they've been everywhere. Spike TV, Discovery America, your grandma's television.
Twitch.
I don't know. Twitch. Yeah,
I enjoyed it on Twitch. Like Melissa Santos used to do like the little in between like interludes before they got back into the matches. I like went down a rabbit hole when I was watching Impact the other day. I was like, what is Melissa doing? Like she's not on TV. Turns out she's pregnant. So congratulations to her and Brian Cage.
Yeah, that's dope.
We love a happy family. I will say too, me just getting into Impact, I was one of those people before I started watching. It was like, Impact is crazy. I don't even know what the hell this is. There's sports entertainment, there's sports clownery, and that's what this is. Ooh. Watching it now, I got to give mad props to Scott D'Amore and the team he has there now. The women and the men are killing it, but especially the women. As much as we as wrestling fans complain about women not getting a fair shot, that Knockouts division is fucking it up. And Impact 1000 showed that Gail Kim was out here working like she was on an NXT tryout. She was working, bro. Gail Kim was flying around that. And I haven't seen Kim wrestle it forever.
Right.
Yeah, she looked great. Hopefully she's okay. The report came out that she got concussed in the match, so hopefully she's okay. But yeah, she did look great. She looked like she could still go.
Yeah, that's anytime we talk about women's division, it's always like, but Impact Wrestling has a great women's division. Like, no matter what, like if we're like WWE, wow, and they did a 3-minute match, and AEW, blah, blah, blah. It's always like, but Impact Wrestling has great women's wrestling if you want to watch it. It's like been their thing throughout their whole entire run pretty much. And I mean, with the roster that they have, they got Trinity, Mickey, Killer Kelly, Masha, Jordan, Deanna. Like, yo, that's a game. Like, I just named 6 and there's more. You know what I mean? Like, they got a bunch of them. So it makes sense that they're still the top American women's wrestling presented on television.
I mean, there's so many dream matches in there for me personally. Like, I would love to see Willow versus Grace. Love to see Mercedes Moné versus Purrazzo, bro. See Trinity in Impact. And I know people had trepidation. Like, can't she really go the way... What you see in WWE isn't always the truth. I've seen many people go from the Fed to Impact to AEW and actually put on bangers, actually put on stonkers, bro. Yep. And we're not seeing that. Some people aren't allowed to wrestle on the Fed, and that's just the truth. Remember the Ascension?
Yes.
No.
Unless you were watching.
I watched NXT, so yes, I remember the Ascension.
I'm trolling. I definitely do.
Unless you was watching NXT, you don't remember a good Ascension. You remember these guys as jobbers. CM Khan in Impact and actually moving and actually going, I'm like, huh? Who knew? But you wouldn't, you know what I mean? So shout out to Impact.
That's what we're going to get into releases very soon. But I was saying that about Ali. I'm like, he's been putting out all these clips online of him like cooking, doing during this training sessions and stuff. And it's like, he'll never be able to use any of that in WWE. But now that he's out of WWE, we're about to see all of that.
That's a fact. That is a fact. There's so many people like, I see this person in this chat saying, don't sign Emma. She was Tennille Dashwood. She won Impact's Knockout Championship.
No, I didn't understand why she left Impact because they treated her the best.
I don't either.
Yeah, I don't know.
Probably this.
I mean, I do understand, but I'm saying, like, as far as like being presented, I thought she was presented the best while she was there.
Yeah, I think she was presented well. I don't know. I'm not sure. There are things I heard, things I cannot repeat here, but
hey, hold on a minute.
I don't know.
Only thing I heard is that you need to check on your father, Christian Cage.
Hold on a minute. Deontay Soigné also says, Stardom 5-star Grand Prix closing up and Wrestle Dream and Destruction of New Japan on the horizon. Roddy got me dead with the Adam.
Yeah, we do have a New Japan show tomorrow, which I just thought about. Destruction is tomorrow morning for Americans, and September 24th, so it's on Sunday pay-per-view for them. Looks like a pretty good card. There are 2 different cards. Of course, there's one in October 6th, I think. Yeah, let's look this up and stop guessing.
Yes.
October 9th, that's what it is. October 9th, and first show is tomorrow morning. Kevin Knight and Tiger Mask are on that show against Bullet Club War Dogs. Wow. That should be a banger for tag team match.
My boy's back in Japan. Let's go, Kev.
Who's in Bullet Club War Dogs? There's so many Bullet Clubs.
Clark Connors and Maloney. That's the tag team. Let's see. House of Torture is also on that card, so you're gonna get the House of Torture shenanigans if that's your thing. I don't know how many people that's their thing.
I haven't seen one person that's their thing, but okay.
Hey man,
is that like one of those Impact matches where everybody dies and I'm witness to a murder again?
No, House of Torture is like
torture.
It's like Bullet Club dialed up to 11,000th degree with the shenanigans and the interference, and I don't know. It's really like, not my cup of tea.
Their matches always seem out of place on the New Japan cards.
Overbooked.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Very, very overbooked. But yeah, House of Torture will be taking on just 5 guys, not the burger restaurant. Them 5 guys. Sonata, Doki,
worst
and
name
Kanemaru.
Just 5 guys. What is that?
That's I'm not trying. So you gonna get what you gonna get.
Yeah, I mean,
we're here.
Yeah. Bullet Club is also going up against Gorillas of Destiny. It's Alex Coughlin, Chase Owens, David Finlay, and Gato going up against El Fantasmo, Hikuleo, Tamatanga, and Tangaloa, and Jado. Jado is still somehow making it in the matches. Sometimes I'm like, bro, Jado, you're not moving very well, but
that's Gato's
still out here, man.
From way back in the day. You got to keep putting your homeboy on. When I heard about Gato originally, it was Gato and Jado. That was the thing.
Yeah, so we also got Leo is back out there in Japan. He's teaming up with Yo again.
Leo Rush?
Yes, yep. Leo Rush is teaming up with Yo to take on Los Ingobernables, De Japón, Bushi, and Takahashi.
That's going to be fire.
Yep, that's going to be a fire one. Got Okada and Ishii taking on the team of Bad Dude Tito and Zack Sabre Jr. Got Taichi versus Sho for the King of Pro Wrestling Championship. We've also got the team of Bishamon, which is Goto and Yoshihashi taking on Mikey Nichols and Shane Hayes for the IWGP Tag Championship.
That's going to be fire, too.
Got Shingo Takagi taking on Great Khan. That should be a fun match because Great Khan is Great Khan. No matter what you think of this man, he's fun to watch.
And Shingo.
Yeah. The main event for Wrestle Kingdom next year is on the line because the G1 winner will be taking on Jeff Cobb. And in the main event, it will be Will Ospreay versus Yota Tsuji for the IWGP UK title, not the US title, because Will Ospreay has spoken. He has changed that belt. So this is where we are. But looks like a good show. We don't have a World Heavyweight title match on this card. That will be on the October show in 2 weeks, October 9th. So looking forward to this show. Every time there's a break in between New Japan shows, I'm like, man, come on, man. Y'all got some more of those New Japan matches or what, man? What's going on? So, yeah, very excited to get a New Japan pay-per-view tomorrow morning.
Yeah, that's gonna be a banger. New Japan hasn't. It's been too long since I've gotten on my timeline in the morning and seen a bunch of people freaking out over some great New Japan stuff. So I'm excited about the show tonight, tomorrow, the morning, whenever it is.
It sounds good. I just feel like I'm not going to be awake.
No,
that's the sad part. It's like either I go back and watch it and take time away from my video games or RuPaul's Drag Race Philippines, or I got to watch wrestling. Either way, I'm reading translation. So
yeah, man. There is no other Sunday pay-per-view for a change. So if you're looking for something else to watch on a Sunday night, you can watch New Japan.
Wow, look at that. A one pay-per-view Sunday. It's crazy for just this Sunday because next week we're right back at it.
We're right. Like the past couple of weeks has been feeling like pay-per-view, pay-per-view, pay-per-view. Pay-per-view, pay-per-view, pay-per-view.
I'm
How
tired.
much money y'all think we got? We wrestling fans.
We don't got that much money, Cresta. Do they? How much money do they think we got?
I'm living in Sean's basement. What are y'all talking about? Like,
I'm saying. It's crazy. I think we're just save a couple of these super chats for later in the show. So.
Okay, let's hop into some of these super chats while we're at it. Yep. All right, here we go. For Grapsody from Jack Witt, he said, "Good day, guys. One of these days, I'll send a chat when I'm not lit, but 2 a.m. on a weekend, we'll do that to you. I'm hyped for Perth, even though it's a 6-hour flight. For me,
Elimination Chamber.
Yep, which got me curious. What's the furthest y'all have traveled for a wrestling show? What is the furthest I've traveled for a wrestling show?
Furthest
Arthur Ashe Stadium out in New York.
All those stairs.
Bro, walking to the boardwalk, that was treacherous, number one. Walking to the stadium, number two, was mad far. Bro, I'm new to this. Please don't cook me too bad. It's fine. But like, bro, Madison Square was one thing. Arthur Ashe is like, bro, I felt like Moses crossing the desert. It was humid. It was hot. It was nothing but wrestling fans that were all wandering and complaining. So
yeah, definitely.
I don't know.
Probably the LA shows this year because that's all the way on the West Coast for me. So that's going from the middle of the country all the way to the West Coast. So yeah, probably WrestleMania this year and Supercard of Honor.
Yeah, I guess New York for me is probably the farthest. Yeah, WrestleMania.
Yeah,
Both
coast
of the
to coast.
WrestleManias that I've been to. Yeah.
Where are you from, Reg?
Where am I from? California, Killer Cali, Oakland, California.
Listen, we have beef. I don't know that. I'm from New York. Next time you come out, we gonna do some real hood. I take you to a Chinese food spot.
I'm trying to get out to New York though pretty soon because I wanted to be at Arthur Ashe, but you know things happen. But yeah, I'm trying to get out there. And cook some stuff.
I'm gonna go to a Grand Slam one year. So I have not made this happen.
Next year when they make it a pay-per-view officially.
Oh, it's about to be really black next year.
Seemed pretty black this year, honestly. They had the wrestling club out there. That was super dope.
I don't know nobody. I literally know people, but I don't know nobody. Like I just hang out. I'm just here.
Hey man, what did Tyrese say? Keep it that way.
I thought Tyrese said, "What more do you want from me?"
Now Tyrese be wilding still. Apparently has beef with like the Breakfast Club or something.
No, man. Tyrese going on a tirade with Envy for like a week, putting up like Instagram videos every week, like talking like a supervillain. Like, what are you
going on here, Tyrese? Why are you so angry?
Tyrese, stop arguing with a light-skinned man. You never go win.
You're not gonna win, dude. You're not gonna win with the light-skinned guy. What are you thinking?
As a light-skinned, he's light. Look at didn't he go on the show and disrespected Envy to his face? It's like, yo, bro, you're mad at everybody else, but nobody's disrespected your wife more than you. And Envy just sat there. He know who to try.
Did he say that?
Yeah, Diddy said that. That was crazy too. Yeah.
Diddy said that straight, and Envy just sat there like.
Tight, beige.
No one's disrespected your wife more than you on my show.
That's wild, bro. That is
on
wild.
my morning show, bro. You gotta go.
Light skin feelings.
He was real mad at Jesus and Mero, but he didn't bring that energy to Puff. That's for sure.
Or the Birdman who said, "I'm here checking for you, bro." Like,
yeah, I mean, you can't bring
bro
that
said,
energy
"I'm pulling
to
up on you."
He's like, these comedians, yeah, I'm giving up them energy, but Diddy and Birdman, no. You could die.
As a light skin, I'll never be afraid of no light
People have died off of that.
Yeah, nah, you gotta chill out.
Didn't old boy get jumped for talking crap outside of hot?
Yeah.
Charlamagne was talking crap about Lil' Kim, and Lil' Kim said, "I will come and touch you," and she did.
He's had a couple of moments. That's what I mean. The game is crazy. Like, I mean, being in the wrestling version of that, I understand.
Yeah, nah.
If we pulled up to a studio every day, there'd probably be somebody outside waiting for us and shit.
I always remember how awkward it got when he was sitting there laughing and trying to clown Beans, and Beans was like, "Nah, play with somebody else.
Yeah,
it's dangerous.
We are not playing.
It's dangerous." And I was like. In that moment, you didn't hear Charlamagne say nothing else. It wasn't no more tea here, none of that.
You laughing to try to make the awkward silence not be so awkward, but he's like, "I'm looking at you, homeboy."
Right.
Yeah.
Respect to Charlamagne though, because he still gives it up. Though. Like, he didn't stop. Like he didn't stop being like Charlamagne after being checked by these crazy rappers. He's still bringing it.
Nah, you thought that was gonna get him out the paint? Never.
He's a clown. Clowns like that, but like, listen, it's just another day on my clown show. What's up? Like,
never. From Tony P, the negative first. It's never fun to lose a job. Hope they find their way in wrestling and other ventures. It is now clearer someone with a voice didn't like AJ. He was out of pocket at times, but some of the things he was saying was factually, especially which it came to the U.S. and how we are viewed in the space or in entertainment media in general. Yeah, we'll get into releases. AJ is an interesting one because people definitely feel a way about AJ Francis. Tony P
I
also
thought you meant AJ Styles. Like, girl, he was on TV last night.
No.
AJ is forever there. He got stretchered out. He's still here. Let's see. Tony P also says the positives now: Asuka versus IYO, run it back, and a main event that at Fastlane. That was an awesome match. Give them time, unleash them. Grand Slam was way better than last year, and the moment of Mad King getting his flowers at home was beautiful. Yeah. Let's see, how many other humpers do we have before? Here, let's save those. Let's get into some of this wrestling news because I have kind of a lot to talk about. First of all, before we get into the big elephant in the room, the big dour note of the week, SmackDown is moving back to USA.
Yeah, that's right.
Next October. That was just announced as part of the TKO deal. There's going to be a 5-year deal coming up with NBC Universal. So SmackDown will be leaving Fox. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that. But here we are. There's also news that we might possibly get Raw leaving USA. That hasn't been confirmed yet.
That's crazy.
Yeah, the apparently the Raw deal with them is expiring soon. USA still one
the
the front
craziest
runners.
is that it might not be on Mondays anymore. I think that's the craziest thing.
Yeah, that I don't know.
I don't want 3 hours on a Friday. I don't
That's
want 3
crazy.
hours on a Thursday. I don't want
Right.
3 hours. So if you're gonna change the day, that's fine. But it better be 2 hours because I've fucking had it. I've had it.
When can they realistically do it though?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure like they're now saying that USA is the front runner to re-sign them, so it might stay on USA and it might stay on Mondays. But
Gotcha.
I think I can't remember who reported it, but when they were saying it might move from Mondays, that was if it got to deal with like either Disney or Amazon.
Amazon, yeah.
Girl, I don't want them to go with Disney because
that would be wild.
At first it was memes, but can you imagine R-Truth? I'm R-Truth, your 24/7, 365, I-97, 7-Eleven channel, and you're watching Disney Channel, and he does something.
Yeah, shout out to R-Truth.
I kind of want that actually. That sounds great.
Can you imagine someone like an Austin Theory? Yeah, I don't care about you. You're watching Disney Channel.
Yeah,
I'm in. I like it. I'm 100% in.
Yeah, I think the Disney thing though is more so them trying to get like in the same bag as ESPN. So I can see it like either that means that you could see WWE move to like ESPN or get more coverage on ESPN. And so that's what I assume when they're saying Disney, like they're gonna try and do that with it.
Yeah.
But who knows? It could we could get to a year from now and it's still on USA and nothing has changed. So
that's kind of how I feel like it'll be. I think the most interesting part about this is that SmackDown was on Fox, when everybody has Fox. You could get that without cable, you can get that without anything. Ratings are going to be different. Like they're consistently putting up 2 million numbers every week because again, it's on Fox. Like people are just going to watch that just because it's going to on Fox. Things are going to be different on USA moving forward, and I'm interested to see how they do the show moving forward.
I mean, it was on USA for the longest, so I don't know. I don't know how much things changed, but I don't know, man. Y'all started that Fox era out on a sour note by doing my man Kofi like that, and I've never forgotten that.
God. I haven't forgot. Every day I think about it.
Yeah, I've never forgotten
that moment on. WWE cursed themselves, just like with them tag title belts. And also, nice try last night. Try to do a revisionist history. They've been cursed since us. No, girl. I saw the Miss Seeley come out of Trinity and Mercedes said, until you do right by me, whatever you think about is going to fail. And what's been happening between injuries, Franken teams, don't try to revision it because now you're going to curse it worse. Bro, it was giving American Horror Story, the one with the voodoo and the witches down south. Like, well, we're witches. And you stole that from us, ho. Yep. Come on now, stop. Stop.
I mean, it was a nice attempt. I think it's a nice way to reintroduce Isla Dawn and Alba Fire. I don't know. Hopefully, this leads to something with them as a tag team because it is weird that they just lost the belts and then they were just gone off TV.
I thought it was messed up that they even involved these poor NXT girls in that whole shenanigans with the belt. Leave these NXT girls alone. They got a healthy-ish tag team women's division. Why did you bring them up so Ronda could get it, unify it, and leave?
I think they thought that Ronda was going to stay longer. They thought that reign was going to work out.
Good one.
I mean, it is what it is. I definitely think they need to merge those belts. They didn't need two sets of belts. Right. But it did look very weird how they did it. They were like, "Hey, here's the NXT Women's Tag Champions." Oh, they lost, and then we didn't see them for like almost 2 months.
They're gone now.
Thanos snapped. Get the out of here.
Yeah, so I don't know. But yeah, this is potentially big news with
Big deal.
SmackDown moving back to USA, and whatever's going to happen with Raw in a year or whenever their deal expires. I don't know. Might not mean anything. Might be just the same as usual. Maybe Raw will go to UPN.
Not again. Does UPN still exist?
No, not really.
Somewhere
Maybe
out there in the lexicon of life.
but I don't know. It seems like the Disney stuff that they're kicking around does seem like to tie to UFC, and that's why I get the vibe that maybe they think they're gonna get some coverage from ESPN and they're gonna try and make that move. But
I mean, because
it's
that's pretty
wrestling.
expensive for NBC Universal to have Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. I don't know if they want all of that. You know what I mean? That's a lot of WWE and a lot of money. They definitely got it.
They got the money to throw around.
I mean, if WWE can get into the ESPN business somehow, that's probably the way to go.
I think that there was a very interesting interview where they were talking with the owner of UFC, Dana White, and some interviewer or journalist had asked, do you think there's crossover between WWE or like professional wrestling and UFC? And Dana White low-key laughed. And I think that there is a little bit of truth to that. Like, yes, having it on Disney will get more eyes on it or more people just covering it. But also, I feel like fans, like all three of us, and casual fans are different people. We enjoy it. We know what's up. We analyze it even a little bit deeper than just whatever. Casual fans like, this is fake, especially standing side by side with MMA.
Fans especially.
They're like, why do I want to see someone pretend to get beat up when I can see someone get years taken off of their life for real? You know what I mean? So I don't know how long this is going to work. I was quite surprised, if I'm being honest. But if you could put an air of legitimacy to it, we going back to kayfabe. It's still real to me, damn it.
Yeah, I can see it. I just think for some people, wrestling will always be wrestling, and some people are just not going to take it seriously. And so, I mean, it is great that this merger is happening, and you're getting more of a pop culture influence with wrestling, and because we haven't seen that in a long time, but it's still wrestling. Like some people are just never going to get out of that stigma that they see wrestling around.
So isn't wrestling fake? Let me put you in a Google Tommy. Let me put you in the walls of Jericho and you tell me if this feels fake to you. Let me put you in the freaking in the bank statement and let me kick you in the face with my foot. You tell me if that's fake. Let me put you in the chicken wing and you tell me if that's fake. No?
In the bank statement.
Put you in a muscle buster.
So this merger is official now, finally. How long do you guys think till we get $80 pay-per-views?
I do think they're going to eventually make us pay for pay-per-views. I mean,
because UFC shows are $80.
Look, it's working for certain other companies. I don't know how long we're going to go before AEW gets a streaming deal, and we might not be paying $50 for pay-per-views, but there's no way I don't think somebody in Stanford is looking around like, they paying $50 for that?
Yeah. They pay $50 2 weekends in a row? Yo.
$80 for a pay-per-view?
Yeah.
And
the HD ones are $100 when you get like the special packaging. Yeah, UFC shows
$100 for a pay-per-view is nuts. I am not paying no $100 for pay-per-view.
all the big boxing fights are $100.
Yeah. But it's
I'm sure that's what Nick Khan is like. Mayweather, Tyson Fury guys are getting $100 a pay-per-view. So can Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns got to show up to work.
I don't know, big guy. It's gonna be a tough one.
It's gonna be a no from me, dog. How about that?
Big no.
WWE's getting paper though. That's at the end of the day. That's how you kind of wrap this SmackDown thing up. It's like they got big dollars for SmackDown on Fox, and they got more big dollars for SmackDown on USA. So like, keep cooking.
Yeah, speaking of which, usually when people are at the top start making their money, that means somebody below them is not going to have their job very soon.
Correct.
These things work. And I think we all knew when the merger happened that people were going to get laid off. We saw layoffs on the executive side. Dana Warrior was one of the most notable people that were released. So it was inevitable that they would start releasing wrestlers. Unfortunate, as always, to see people losing their jobs. Some of these were not exactly surprising, but we're here again. It's been a minute since we've had a slew of releases, but here we are.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. The big elephant in the room is these news articles that we're talking to happened as fast as we did them. Like they were back to back. Like they were like, we're gonna be on USA now with Friday Night SmackDown, and then like an hour later, the releases started rolling in. So it was like great news and really awful news all in like a couple hours span is not really that good of a look.
Yeah. And I mean, I think a lot of people weren't surprised by that because I think a lot of people kind of predicted that when they did announce releases, they were going to couch it between a big announcement to kind of have it as a afterthought for some people, because for some people now the SmackDown announcement is the big news. But yeah, let me get all of the names in front of me so that don't miss out anybody. Here we go. So Dolph Ziggler, Elias, Mustafa Ali, Shelton Benjamin, Top Dolla, Riddick Moss, Emma, Aaliyah, Rick Boogs, Quincy Elliott, Bryson Montana. Don't know who that is. Sorry, Bryson. Dana Brooks, Mansoor, also known as Mansoor, Mace, a.k.a. Masay, Shanky, Dabakato, Yulisa Leon, Daniel MacArthur, Kevin Ventura Cortez. I'm guessing these are all like NXT people because never heard some of these names. Alexis Gray, Brooklyn Barlow, Ike Manjiro, Matt Riddle, and Abdul Abdabi Fitzgerald. So yeah, some of those are surprising. Like I think one of the biggest surprises for me is kind of Dolph. Dolph has been there forever, so it's just like, wait, Dolph.
I think that I saw a report that was saying that it's hard for people, some of those people, that once you're booked a certain way, you're not getting out of that. You're kind of stuck. Like I think of Spanky, Masay and Mansoor in particular, because once LA Knight left, okay, and then Max Dupree left, it was over for y'all. It was over for y'all. I was hoping, and I think they had talked about this, that there'd be a Maximum Male Models and an Alpha Academy tag team match. Never happened. I liked them even when they were in Retribution, but it's like we didn't do anything with them. Even with Dana Brooke. Now, I don't know if this is a hot take, but this is how I feel. People like to shit on Dana Brooke. She can't wrestle. She can't do this. We said the same thing about Mandy Rose. And then she went to NXT and became one of the most dominating women NXT champions. You are what you're booked. I feel kind of bad for her. Is it shocking? No, but like, if you're not booked to look good, you'll never be quote unquote good, and no one's going to care about you, and it becomes a self-repeating cycle, which sucks because these people like Ali, and I think Phil has said at the beginning of the show, you cooking in your videos, you cooking in the gym, but when you go on TV, they got you to Carl Anderson, and there's nothing against Carl Anderson, but what is he doing on TV besides for AJ Styles? So
yeah, he was on TV last night. I was like, we got Bright Light Machine Gun sighting. He was in the backstage segment where AJ was getting gurneyed out. But yeah, I like Dana, and so I felt bad for her. She did put out that statement yesterday, and a lot of other people came to her defense to say that she was one of the nicest women in the locker room, and she had been there for so long. I mean, she did the Charlotte joint where she was like Charlotte's protege, and it felt like that was going to go to like a big storyline for her, and then it didn't. She's been kind of like everywhere since then. She did the Titus Worldwide joint. She did the tag team with Mandy at WrestleMania, which led to Mandy slipping on the stage.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, but she's been like around for a long time, so it is just kind of wild that she's been around that long and it didn't really lead to anything. I don't want to say noteworthy, but I mean all of those things I just noted. Like she did get to wrestle Ronda Rousey. She did get some memorable spots. I don't know. It's hard. It's just hard to see people lose their job. You don't ever want to see anybody lose their job, and it seemed like Dana was one of those people that was always optimistic. She was always trying to make whatever they gave her work. So yeah, it was kind of sad. It was kind of sad to see her lose her job. Somebody like Ali, who I think has a ton of potential, and I think out of these guys, I feel like he has the highest ceiling to go somewhere else and be a massive star. And and he's been trying to get out of there for a minute. Free Ali was a thing. He was campaigning to get out of his contract for a while. It's just wild that they decided, hey, man, this guy's got a pay-per-view match coming up with a guy that we're very much behind in Dom on September 30th. Now we're just going to release him.
Yeah, crazy.
Okay.
Crazy timing. We rarely see things like this where somebody's like actively booked in an angle and a pay-per-view match that you're going to have be released. So that was pretty shocking. I think Ali has still such a high ceiling, and the things that we've seen him do, we know that he's capable of being like a main event star.
Yeah,
he keeps telling us that he's a main event star, and like, so this is like, okay, now he's going to be able to cook. So that one didn't seem as crazy as the other ones because he's kind of been going for this for a while. But yeah, same with Dolph. I'm like, Dolph is probably a lifer at this point. Like, he's just gonna
that's why I assumed.
They're gonna insert him in different spots at points when they need him to, and he's gonna stick around forever.
Bro. Like, come on, that was so, to me, that was like improv, and I had to force myself, and it worked. Honestly, Dolph Ziggler and Ali. I think even Mason Mansoor will be all right. They can go to other places, especially Ali.
Shelton too.
Yeah, I had made the joke. The only person happy to see Shelton leave is me again. Like, finally gone. I hate that guy. You're kidding. You know they love each other. I'm kidding. I know they love each other, but like that, even Shelton Benjamin, like you making Hurt Business 2.0 when you got Hurt Business number 1 right there, and they were good, and they were good, and now you got Bobby Lashley yelling. If I was Angelo Dawkins, because he looked like, who are you yelling? I'll smack the eyelashes off you. Stop talking to me like that. Like, bro, who you talking to? Who you talking to?
That was actually really, really funny to me. Just the whole sequence of events, him intervening in the tag match, and it looked like Street Profits were gonna win this match. Bobby intervenes. He's standing out there with clean suit, fresh to death. He's got his glasses on, and he's like, finish the job. And Dawkins just like, I don't know if I can do that, dog. I don't know if we're heels, man. We're still coming out and dancing. We're still coming out with the red solo cups. I don't know if we can do that. And so he hesitates, and then they lose via roll up. The look on Bobby Lashley's face afterwards, he didn't have to say a word. The look on his face was like, nah, bro. Nah. Next time I ask you to do something, you better do it.
It was given Joe Jackson. It was given. Sing the song anime. Sing the song anime, right? Right. Sing the song away. I told you to sing the song.
Yeah, totally.
Give it a little Joe. Who left the towel to swim pool? You will get a beating. No, great segment, but Sheldon is one of those guys that he had been there back for a while. They always slot him in a tag team, and he always manages to make it work because he's a great tag team wrestler. And it just felt like, man, they don't have anything else for this guy. I mean, I don't know.
Alpha Academy, come on now,
something, man. I will forever be disappointed that he didn't get a world title reign. But I know that ship has sailed. It's just one of those what ifs that I've always been like, he deserves it. He was the only guy from that OVW class that did not get one. I still hate that, but it is what it is. Can't say that, if we're basing this off of people that are not on TV much, can't say that I'm that shocked that they were like, that guy, what's he doing here?
Yeah.
But again, it's just unfortunate that you're in a situation where the company is making more money. I'm sure there's executives at the top that are making more money, and they're just like, all right, well, we gotta fire some people. We gotta make some cuts.
Just to get more overhead, and that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, I just hate that about corporate. I hate that about business. I know some people will just be like, that's business. That's what it is. It just feels so gross. Yeah. Because like I said, there are some people that are doing very well because of this merger. And meanwhile, people that aren't doing as well, they're like, you no longer have a job.
Later, buddy.
That sucks. Now, of course, one of the most controversial releases here. Already seen it in our chat quite a bit. Top Dolla is seemingly the only member of Hit Row that was released.
That's comedy. Now that's comedy. That's not funny, but that's comedy.
It definitely makes it seem like if you did not think he rubbed somebody the wrong way the first time around he got released, this definitely makes it look like he rubbed somebody the wrong way. I have no proof of that, but just the way this looks is kind of crazy. He also
the only one?
He's the only one out of Hit Row that got released. The tweet that he put out maybe days before that, when he was saying that there's this narrative that I'm difficult to deal with, which couldn't have been any further from the truth. And then a few days later, he's released. It's like, what does that mean?
Yeah, what does that mean? You know,
they don't like you, buddy. They don't like you, and you trying to get ahead of the he's difficult to work with rumors, and I respect it.
yeah. No, in hindsight, I'm like, okay, now I see exactly what was going on.
They said the same thing about Keith Lee. They said the same thing about Bray Wyatt. You try to get ahead of the, well, he don't know how to work with people. No, I just talk shit. Right. Nice try.
Exactly.
I don't know. I don't hate Top Dollar like some people seem to. But this was definitely some people praying for this man's downfall. And the second that release was out, they were like, we got him. And the memes were abound.
That flip clip at least 50,000 times.
Yes, people have been definitely getting their jokes off. I've seen in our chat, people are like, man, they got their replacement for Tyrus at NWA and Top Dollar, which is nasty. You guys need to relax.
Nasty work. That is nasty work.
You guys need to relax. But yeah, this is why I'm like, he is definitely not made friends on Twitter with the way that he tweets sometimes, which I don't have a problem with. But yeah, and of course the other thing this week is he did drop another music video. He's been dropping music videos every week, but this week he notably did the Nana dance in the video, and that made people think, what is he doing? Is he trying to get? Is he trying to get hired over there at AEW? What's going on? And I was like, oh. Yeah, I don't know. Best of luck to Top Dollar, man. It looks crazy out here, man. It just looks real crazy.
I had to laugh because I'm like, you doing the not? What you think you'll join mogul embassies? Because you probably gonna join the Dark Order. You better stop. You see your ass like this, you better stop. I like the Dark Order, but if you think you about to swerve when I drive it. No shade. Listen, we getting jokes off. I gotta get these jokes off too. I'm indifferent. I don't care or like dislike Hit Row, but the joke. I'm here for the jokes, bro. We did the same thing to Stokely Hathaway when he was getting laughed at after getting beat up. So you gonna get these jokes. You gonna get these jokes. I'm sorry.
Jokes are always necessary in times like this because people losing their job is sad. Like nobody wants to. Yeah. Nobody wants to lose their job. But
that Hit Row and Smashing Pumpkins collab gonna be hard though. No doubt about it. I can't wait. Those Smashing Pumpkin bars are about to go.
Righteous Reg, I'm gonna need you to go have a timeout and face the corner.
I mean, look, before squatting, they did just lose Big Ty. You can have Big AJ out there instead.
Swerve when I'm driving. Swerve when I'm driving. Swerve. That's my response to that. Now you clowning. Now you clowning. And I was wrong for CM Punk, but you gonna have AJ's. Michael Cole gonna be special guest referee on commentary just for the extra riz. Nah, I'm here.
That's crazy.
Outside of AJ, probably a more controversial release was Matt Riddle. Matt Riddle news came out the day after a lot of the other releases came out. I made the joke immediately that he tweeted to reveal that he was released, and I was like, well, how many people actually saw that? Because he has like half of wrestling Twitter blocked. So nobody might see that tweet. But Matt Riddle is a guy that is extremely talented in ring. When you just look at what he can bring to the table as a worker, you're like, nah, this guy, he's incredible. But then he's got a lot of baggage as well. Whether that be like some of the controversy coming out with him, some of the allegations around him, he's got a lot of baggage. So I was not surprised. And then also, he doesn't have the best history with MMA. And you're doing a merger with UFC. The first thing Dana White looked around and he's probably like, wait a minute, that guy works here? Nah.
I didn't even connect these dots.
Now
the
that
dots
you said
have
that,
been connected. Him
Dana
and Dana
White was
White
like,
do
wait
not
a
have he left UFC because of Dana White.
Yeah, so
I know that guy. You had short hair. Oh, fuck that guy. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, no, he's out. He's out. That guy.
Yeah, So it might, that might not even be true. I just think it's the timing of it is interesting. That right after the merger, he's released, and it's not like he hadn't had these allegations out before that. It's not like he didn't have all this baggage before the merger.
The airport thing just happened like 2 weeks, a week or so ago. Like, so,
and you can't joke around. Not to say that he was joking, but you can't say something like that without proof, because no matter who, especially about the police is on bad PR right now, so they're definitely going to investigate it.
Exactly.
So like, chill out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I just think this was a bunch of things piling up against him. The baggage, the MMA thing, just a bunch of stuff. It just was like, we're exhausted with you.
We're exhausted, bro. We can't take any more news. I can't do it.
They even fired Randy Orton for wilding back in the day. What makes you think we won't fire you too?
Right. You thought you were just gonna keep cooking every single? No, bro.
There's only one person in WWE that you could do whatever you want, and his name is Hulk Hogan. So,
but the good thing for him is he could really rehab his image, especially as a WWE wrestler.
Yeah.
If he has a good year where he doesn't do anything, they'll bring him back.
NWA about to be stacked. You got
oh my god.
You got Top Dolla, and you about to have that Riddle. Billy Corgan about
Man, the Pumpkin Man's about to be like, thank you, wrestling gods.
Oh my god.
The NWA locker room's about to be nasty as hell.
I want to say a color joke, but I would keep that to myself.
Yeah, no, probably keep it. You should probably keep it.
I'm already skirting the line.
Yeah.
But some people are also throwing him out there as one of the people that should go to AEW. He has history with wrestlers at AEW, whether it be Swerve. He had the notable rivalry with Swerve from MLW. There are things he could do with MLW. Yes. There's a ton of things he could do at AEW, but I'm just kind of looking around like, I don't know. Tony. I don't know if that's worth it, but
matches aren't worth for that baggage. I'm sorry. It's not worth it.
I agree, because there is one wrestler I think of in particular who would have fit seamlessly in AEW, a woman, and nobody wants to touch her because she does too much.
I'm saying.
And if that person who was a world champion in Impact, I'm not going to say their name, if Tony Khan won't touch you,
right.
Even if Smashing Pumpkins won't touch you.
Yeah, I'm saying. And she got like 2 allegations. They're bad allegations, but they're not even like, if we're talking like Matt Riddle was like, whoa, brother. You know what I mean?
So,
Tony looked around. He was like, "No, I already got a car. I don't need a Tesla, man. I don't need
exactly.
I'm good, bro. We're good, man.
Why would I get Matt Riddle when I could swerve when I drive?"
No, we good. We're good on. So
who do you think from this gang will go over to AEW?
I think the guy that I think Ali makes the most sense, because Ali is probably going to come back and he's going to do the Chicago indie scene because he's like prominent here. He's going to do freelance. Freelance is like his home promotion. He's probably going to do AAW. I seen friend of the show, Jossie, challenge him to a match, and I was like, that would be kind of fire.
All the Chicago homies were like, can't wait.
Yes. So I do think he's going to make a splash in the Chicago indie scene again. And because AEW is here so often, it just seems like it makes so much sense for him to go there. You've got stuff like you can revisit the What If storyline with Brian. And I think that makes a lot of sense. You can do a ton of stuff with Ali over there. But at the same time, Impact would be a good landing spot for him as well. But if I had to guess, AEW makes a lot of sense for him.
Yeah, I guess that's the question for you, Cresta. Which one of these is going to end up over an Impact, do you think?
I mean, honestly, I'm going to say it wouldn't be Ali or Dolph Ziggler, because...
You don't think Dolph? I could see Dolph over there.
I could see Dolph in AEW, if I'm being honest. The tag team with his brother.
Hollywood Hunks, baby, running wild.
Get him out of purgatory. Like, AEW got a lot of players too. But Ali would make a lot of sense in Impact, but I don't think Impact could pay him, if I'm being honest with you. He would have to be up there with Josh Alexander, because Ali could cook. Ali versus Speedball? Fuck me up.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yes. I could see Dana Brooke going to Impact. I could see Dana Brooke going to Impact and then fucking it up and shutting everybody up. Period. Who else got released?
Shelton. I could see Shelton in Impact.
I could also see Shelton in AEW, but they'd have to
True.
use him or else I'd get frustrated.
Yeah.
Everybody else, I think of Matt Riddle in particular. I think that he needs to cool down for a bit before people are going to start.
Impact be walking that line though. They might be like, oh, you know, they be doing some wild stuff sometimes. They have.
Besides Bully Ray, and I think even then Bully Ray is not as controversial as he used to be.
No.
Besides Bully Ray, there's no. Scott D'Amore is really like, go. We got a nice locker room.
I mean, your homeboy Moose, the Moose is still working there. Animal.
Moose is still there. Tommy Dreamer is a champion over there for reasons I don't understand.
Tommy Dreamer's about to die though. That's why he's about to fight. Okay, don't even do that. If you watch Impact Wrestling, you see a murder or two.
Gotta add some context.
A murder or two, okay? Crazy Steve went from being, hey guys, let's burn down a house to, let's go burn down a house with people in it. And he's about to go fight Tommy Dreamer for that digital media championship. Tommy Dreamer is about to pass away. I mean that in the confines of Impact.
I was like, we gotta add some context.
I was confused at first. I was like, wait a minute. I do not know about any plans against this guy's life. I don't know nothing. I am not culpable in any of this.
You can do whatever you want, but there's a slight possibility you're probably going to die. So
exactly. And he tells that story about trying to, the WrestleMania story. I'm sure you guys have heard the Tommy Dreamer. He was going to go and kill Paul Heyman and kill himself at WrestleMania. Have you guys ever heard that story?
No. What the fuck?
Yeah. Apparently when ECW ended, he was like, we need like a big angle. We need this big idea. Like, what's the best way to end ECW? He's like, I think it was WrestleMania 17, like 2001. He said, I was going to run down, shoot Paul Heyman, and shoot myself, and we're both going to die right there on national television pay-per-view. He's told this story before. Yeah, I'm like, that's a wild story.
Tommy Dreamer, you a wild boy.
Yeah. I don't know why. Like, I don't know what that would have done, but he thought that in his brain.
You know you can't come back from wrestling that. I mean, Eric Young, I saw Eric Young get shanked, and then he came back. So I've seen PCO set on fire like 3 times, and he still comes back. So like I said, you could do whatever you want in Impact, but you're probably going to kayfabe die. Taya Valkyrie died and went to AEW.
Come on, man. Well, the bunny is over there. She died as Ali. You know, death doesn't stick in wrestling, man.
No, it don't.
Especially not Impact. Death is just the beginning. It's like necromancy.
One of the other wilder stories that came out of this, other releases, is that Mansoor and Mace were doing a Twitch right after they got released. And, you know, apparently they were spilling some tea. This turned into people making up stories that they did not say.
Unbelievable.
There was a Gunther story that came out of this that was totally untrue. Don't know where this came from. I, of course, did not watch the Twitch, but just based off of everybody that watched it, they were kind of like, where did this Gunther story come from? But yeah, those guys just look like fun guys. They look like good guys. I also think there was like this story people was trying to say that Mansoor said that he cannot be booked to lose outside of the Saudi matches or something like that since they signed the Saudi deal. And I'm just like, but he's lost matches on TV. That's not true. He's done NXT matches where he's lost. Like, what are you guys talking about? They both seem to agree that Retribution was Justin Tifa, like we already knew. That wasn't a shocker to anybody.
Right.
But I don't know, man. I'm of course very interested to see some of these interviews because of course that's the other thing with releases, people coming out and giving interviews about their experience there. I think Ali has the most stuff to say in an interview.
Right. So. Whoever gets that Talk is Jericho is gonna whenever gets that Talk is Jericho interview, it's the thing that's kind of like the stream is like those guys both were like super like Vince McMahon is the greatest, and I'm like, I don't really know if I can like the main thing was like we love Vince McMahon, he's great. I'm like, I don't really know if that's the word you should be pushing here.
Maybe they know something we don't
like. I know you're close to him, but it's like that's probably not the narrative you should be pushing here.
Well, I mean, a lot of people that work close with him, they seem to have that opinion of him, and he was very hands-on with the Maximum Male Models
thing. No, he's very hands-on.
which I was not surprised by. I was like, this just reads like a Vince gimmick all day long, and so
Vince McMahon being hands-on,
no, ain't no way. Wow,
no
really?
way.
Yeah, so I'm not surprised that they had the good things to say about him because they worked directly with him. I'm sure most people that have worked directly under him feel that way about him.
But we don't need to hear that, is what I'm saying.
I know that it looks away because you have the allegations on him too.
Yeah.
We had the Axio report come out about some people at TKO were a little bit leery about working with him, and so I get why, but I also understand that wrestlers that work there, they just have this relationship with him. There's just this fascination with Vince that I've just grown to accept that a lot of people work there feel that way.
Pretty nasty. Every time he take TKO, I think, my love is like a TKO. I'm like,
you're an idiot.
Every time he say it, I'm like, why is that song keep coming?
Listen, yo, if they throwing Teddy Pendergrass in the conversation for this is hilarious, man.
I will say, like you guys were talking about Mason Mansoor, I was like, they would be a really good team in Impact.
They would,
because so I don't know if y'all watch Impact, but Joe Hendry had a team with
Joe Hendry.
Joe Hendry's really good.
He had a team with Yuya Uemura, and it was team Can I Get a Joya? But he was in Feast of Fire, and Yuya Uemura got fired, which is messed up. But I'm thinking of tag teams like that with Mason Mansoor, with Joe Hendry. I would piss my pants laughing.
That's
how
probably
funny
the best.
That would be funny.
The best place for them to go at this point, if they're going to be a tag team at least.
Yeah, and they obviously have the chemistry, and they could put on banger matches and still be funny. Them versus Motor City Machine Guns, the promos between them, the Rascals, and ABC would be too sweet and too funny.
Yeah, I'd be here for it, man. Shout out to Big Money Manny, man. Hope he lands on his feet after this, man.
I know that he has a big following out here in the Bay Area. He did a lot of work with Hood Slam and the like, so I'm sure I'll see him locally out here. People have seemed to be pretty excited. Not, excited as in for the future, not excited that he got a release, but like kind of like what a lot of these people can do out of that system. Dolph Ziggler is interesting because I've been seeing a lot of talk this week about people thinking he might be done with professional wrestling, which I totally would understand. You go 20 years in WWE, like I'm about to go to bed, you guys. I'm tired. I'm not about to go and be in another wrestling company traveling and shit. I'm tired. But if he does, I've been wanting to see this for a really long time because I think that seeing him out of that system, just kind of out there, like Dolph in like All Japan or Noah was something would be like crazy. You know what I mean? I want to see him like in one of those environments. So going forward, I'm really interested to see what he does.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we'll see him in Japan. I think the notion of him being in Japan sounds really cool. Right. But at the same time, I think the notion of seeing him, like even if he just pops up in AEW for like a few matches or a few appearances, I feel like it's bound to happen. I feel like the second he is out of his non-compete, he's going to pop up on an episode of BTE. It's just, it just feels like it's going to happen. Even if he's not in AEW, I feel like he's going to make a cameo on BTE.
His brother is like
right next to Will Washington.
Yeah, no, seriously. Seriously. But yeah, no, his brother put that picture up before he even got released. It's like, wait. I don't know.
We lit. Y'all trying to kick me out of buildings now? You gonna kick me out of buildings with Dolph behind me? I got the guy now. You can't kick me out.
Former world champion. He done been at WrestleMania, bro. I'm getting up in this place.
What you gonna say? I got my big brother.
Yeah, you ain't sending me to catering now. I got backup.
Nah. Hollywood Hunks is available. We're allowed to come in every building, man.
Yeah,
we're valid now. We're valid. We're super valid. And I wouldn't be mad at it. I think a tag team with him and his brother would be kind of fun. I think they could do some cool comedy stuff.
Them against I can't believe I'm saying it. Them against the Guns, like that's some money.
It would be fun, man. Like
that would be really fucking funny.
That's some money.
Oh! Why you said that, Reg?
It's some money. They're brothers versus brothers, man. It's
come on, man. Like, Nemeth's brothers showing up to. I mean, say what you will. I wouldn't be mad at a Nemeth Brothers Young Bucks feud. Call me crazy. I wouldn't be mad at it.
Brothers and brothers.
Be mad at them versus FTR. Like,
listen, the Hollywood Hunk just got his stock just rose hella high. He just had to chill. He's like, I'm gonna just wait till my brother. Wait till my brother shows up. Wait till my brother get here. It's gonna be different.
Nah, bro. Ryan's sitting around. He rubbing his hands right now like Birdman. Like, bro.
Yeah.
We about to be out here, bro. We about to be outside, bro. Y'all playing.
Like I can show up on Wednesdays or Saturdays with my brother. Like, it don't matter.
Who gonna tell me to leave?
I'm
Who
bound
gonna tell me to
anywhere.
leave?
Nobody gonna tell me to leave.
Hey, nobody gonna tell me to leave now.
Shout out to them. I'm excited.
Like I said, I want to see it, man. HM Hunk in the building with his brother, man. I think that'd be wild funny, man.
Hell yeah.
But honestly, hopefully that everyone is okay off of the backs of getting released. Getting released fucking sucks, especially after you hear about this big giant merger and these deals and all this. It probably seems extra wild that they're releasing you after they just made $1 billion. So hopefully everybody gets on their feet. A lot of these people will. A lot of these people are young, so there's still a lot of time.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, some of these people, I'm not sure where they land, but the beauty of wrestling is you can always reinvent yourself. You can always make an opportunity for yourself. That has happened.
Some of these people are like 22 years old that we don't know the names of them. Shit, like you got a whole bunch of time to cook.
Yeah, I think somebody like Riddick Moss, he's got a chance to go somewhere else and like prove himself and end up at another show. He can end up somewhere else. That guy's talented. He's athletic.
NWA somewhere else. Yes, he's gonna have a great time over there. Him and his girl probably.
NWA somewhere else is hilarious.
He can NWA somewhere else. Yes, definitely. Speaking of NWA, I wonder if the homegirl what's her name? Camille, she lost the NWA championship. She had it for a long time. I wonder if she's going to stick around over there because she seems like a pretty hot commodity.
Oh, Camille Brick?
Yeah, I could see her like being world champion somewhere else.
Bro, I have seen maybe one of her matches. She's literally she's bricked up.
Yeah, no, she's huge.
Bricked up.
Yeah.
Her versus Jade would have been.
Yes. Big missed opportunity.
Oh, there was some Jade news this week, weren't there? Is that Performance Center stuff official? Is that a thing?
Alleged news.
They sent her to NXT that you're playing in her face at that point. I understand why you would, but you playing in her face at that point. You need to put her on the main roster, and I love Rhea Ripley, but Rhea Ripley's been a menace for months. And this is the perfect person. Because I like not Nyla Rose. I'm sorry. I just had to time someone out in chat for that. Yep. I like Nia Jax as much as the next person. But Nia Jax, she's not your champion. She's the enforcer. I'm not playing with you.
Yeah.
Jade Cargill is your champion. And if someone's going to take it off of Rhea Ripley, not Charlotte.
I'm not playing with you. It's hella funny.
Yeah. Yeah, man, that could be a big come up for WWE with her coming in, with reportedly Kyrie coming back. That's big.
I can't see her going to NXT though. That sounds crazy.
Yeah,
I can see her training at the Performance Center, but not being in NXT.
I could see them playing in her face. Like I said, put her in NXT with Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson, trying to be stupid. I don't think it's happening too. But this is also the Fed who be
Cresta's fired up.
I am, because when I heard that she was going to be in NXT, I was like,
hold on a minute.
I was already complaining that she was going after the TBS title again, and y'all gonna put her in NXT. I'll walk to Stanford right now. Stop playing with me. Don't do that.
But yeah, so what Reg is talking about allegedly is the WWE trademarked the name Jada Parker this week, and some people think that that's going to be the name change for Jade Cargill. I've also seen
like
people
the starring center of like the Chicago Aces or something.
That is a basketball player's name, by the way.
I'm like, that's a basketball player's name as hell.
Yeah, but yeah, so that's the rumor out there that some people think that that's going to be Jade's name change. I've also seen that is a name attached to somebody else. Redmond in our chat is saying it's Tiana Caffey's new name. I don't know who Tiana Caffey is. I'm assuming that's somebody on NXT. But I don't know. I don't believe she's going to NXT. I can't believe she would do a name change. I don't think that they should, but I definitely could see that being some Cody Rhodes advice, because Cody Rhodes, of course, had to fight them to get his name back. And so her coming in and wanting to use her real name, I could see him looking like, nah, man, Brandy had this right. Came in and did the Styles joint, and she could come out and still use her name after that. And so, and I have to assume, of course, I don't know this for sure. I have to assume that Cody is giving her advice. So I don't think it's out of realm of possibility. I think it would be a mistake to not just bring her in as Jade Cargill with the same presentation and everything. But I could also see with the way they do business, why you wouldn't want to go in there and possibly have them trying to own your name.
Right.
Yeah. Or I think AJ Styles had to do this or something. You have to trademark your name first and be like, this is my name. This is who I'm going in under. I'm not no Orange Cassidy or Cassidy Jones or Billy Juice or whatever it is. This is who I'm going to be.
Billy Juice.
I'll be Orange Cassidy, wouldn't be Billy Juice. Stop it.
Billy Juice.
Orange Cassidy going to WWE and being Billy Juice would be so funny.
Billy Juice.
Johnny Appleseed would be his new name. But that's the point I'm trying to make. You already have a brand with your name. I use AJ for everything. AJ had a name before he even came to WWE. And what you gonna change my name to Phenomenal Phil? Nothing against Phil. Like, you feel me? But I know, like, my name is AJ Styles.
Nothing
and you're gonna pay
Phil.
me for AJ Styles. And you're gonna pay me for that. You're gonna pay me for that. I'm not changing my name. You're paying me for that. Sorry.
Yeah. But yeah, I think I don't know how much more we could cover the release stuff. Of course, as always, good luck to people that are leaving. I do think that there are other interesting things like Elias in there. Elias is one of those names where
he said he was Ezekiel. The lies. When do they stop?
Kevin Owens was right about you. Kevin Owens was right. You're a liar. Kevin Owens was right all along. You're a liar.
They was talking crazy on Kevin Owens' name that whole time, and he was right that whole time. It's crazy.
His whole thing was like, bro, I don't care what you want to call yourself. I just don't like liars. Why are you lying to me? You're clearly a liar. And see, now it all comes out that it was all a lie. You out here putting on fake beards and all this other stuff. You're a liar. You're a phony.
I'll never forget that episode when Ezekiel first came out. The look on Kevin Owens' face was like, who the fuck? Is that Ezekiel? Ain't no way. That's a liar.
Nah. We're throwing all kinds of slander on Kevin Owens' name. He was right about this all along. But yeah, Elias is one of those guys, man. He was super duper hot at one point, and it seemed like they missed their chance with him to do something big. But we did get a good run out of him as Elias. He had the album, he had that mockumentary on the network, which was hilarious. We got some great promos out of him. We got some great segments.
Out of Seattle with Kevin Owens. I'll never forget that. That is the highest heat I've ever heard before I heard Don Callis.
Yeah.
Where do
you guys see him ending up?
I don't know. I heard that he said somewhere on social media that he's thinking about being done with wrestling. I don't know. I can see Impact. Impact makes a lot of sense for him.
Him versus Jake something would slap.
Yes.
Jake something would probably kill him, but it would slap.
And that's the thing about Elias. I think he's a pretty good in-ring worker too, which
he
kind of gets so overshadowed by all the shenanigans. But no, he can work.
He's a very underrated worker.
Funny too. And that's what really gets him over. On the mic, him and Joe Hendry are wrestling bards. All you do is insult people through music, bro. I want to beat you up too.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of wouldn't be mad at him being like a heater for Jarrett if Jarrett stops doing the Jay Lethal stuff. Him like walking around with Jarrett and like bashing people with a guitar. I wouldn't be mad at it.
Jeff Jarrett needs a heater.
With fire.
Jeff Jarrett
having a heater. Yeah, I mean, some points are being made.
I wouldn't be mad at it. I think he would make a lot of sense with Jarrett, and I think Jarrett would be able to find ways to do some kooky sports entertainment stuff with him. I think that could be a lot of fun.
I'm sold. I like Jeff Jarrett. I don't care what no one says. Never drew or die, but Jeff Jarrett makes sure everybody get paid. Karen hasn't missed a check since '97. Okay, stop playing.
He's gonna make sure to get Elias that bag, bro.
Definitely, I like that. That's a great idea. I can't believe they didn't invite him to the Impact 1000 though. That's very rude.
I mean, why would you invite Dixie Carter? Wasn't even there, so do with that.
Dixie wasn't there either.
No,
man.
Dixie wasn't. AJ Styles didn't phone a friend like he did for the other one, So like, you got what we got. We got Eric Young. We got America's Most Wanted, and who else we got? I'm missing. Oh, we got Awesome Kong. No ODB, but we got Awesome Kong. So we take what we can.
Yo, I listened to that story about Kurt Angle was on Joe Rogan's podcast this week, and he was talking about his drug addiction and how wild he was when people bring up those Perk Angle clips. I'm like, I don't know if these Perk Angle clips are as funny as you guys are saying, because the brother was really going through it at this stage.
Yeah, he was going through it, but I didn't watch when Perk Angle was like happening. Seeing him doing that dive off the stage, like, yo, this nigga crazy.
He's crazy. But then he talked and you're like, oh no, he was actually crazy. He's off 65 Vicodins when he did that dive.
Yeah. Oof.
I mean, I don't want to joke about
Yeah.
I'm not going to joke about drug addiction. I'm just going to shut up as a matter of fact.
Straight up. Well, he's here now and he's happy. He has a family. So shout out to that. Stop trying to say one more match. Brother can't move his neck.
Bro.
No more Vicodins. We're done here.
Leave him alone, man.
Leave him alone.
Leave him alone.
And
We
let
got
it go.
kids. Yeah, like we got pull up the WWE Network, pull up Impact Plus, watch that because he did it.
He did it with a broken freaking neck.
I saw this guy at a convention. I was like, Kurt Angle, he was like,
Reg!
like, bro,
Reg, please.
let this man go home. Why is he out here?
Which reminds me, if we doing at some point with all this neck strong stuff, if we don't get some kind of connection to Kurt Angle,
Got to connect to that.
we're doing this wrong, man.
Right.
Like there has to be some cameo at some point.
Now that you said that, when I was at Rampage, when Saraya was wrestling Toni Storm, the crowd was chanting neck strong because she got dropped on her neck one time.
Yeah,
and especially the dudes next to me like, neck strong, neck. I'm like, y'all not right.
Relax.
But also,
Relax.
that's not, y'all not right. Y'all not right.
So I told Denise about getting that shirt. I'm like, you want to rethink getting a neck strong shirt, Denise? I don't know if that's.
Because that can mean a lot of things.
That's what I'm saying.
If you watch wrestling, that's great. But if you out in the street wearing a neck strong and a daddy ass shirt,
I'm saying they're gonna be like, "What's going on over here? Y'all are just letting it all out."
I'm sure Denise Way was like, "What do you mean, Reg? What's wrong with the neck strong?" Like, nah, Denise, this ain't it.
Somebody say you got strong neck. That could mean a whole bunch of things.
I don't know. You might be getting some weird inquiries, Denise.
Yeah, no, I'm saying like, you don't want to be advertising that. You know, in LA too, they're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, neck strong."
Yeah,
that's such a good shirt.
It is a good shirt. Before we wrap it up with the releases, another controversial release was Quincy Elliott. Quincy was a guy that it seemed like he had an upside in what he wanted to do and like how unique he was, but then you also see some of those stuff that was leaking from like social media and some of the other stuff that he was out here talking crazy. I'm like, oh, I don't know, man. Maybe just put your head down and work, bro. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, man. Like, we don't need the tweets. Like that's when I started to be like, maybe we don't need to say everything on social media.
Sometimes keep this in the bag. It's all right.
Yeah, let's keep it. We don't need to hear all of your thoughts and opinions, and don't need to be in spaces giving it all up. Like, just keep it.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something, brother, about Twitter Spaces and ruining your career. Don't do it. Don't do it. Just go in Discord and a lot channel with your friends and buy yourself.
Don't go nowhere where they can screenshot actually, because somebody's gonna put it up. Don't let them. Just
Hulk Hogan said it best. I'm not sorry for calling you brothers. I'm sorry I got recorded. I'm not sorry for using brother with a hearty R.
Brothers
shouldn't have got out there, man. Shouldn't have got out. Cat got out of the cage.
Yeah, no, like, I can't believe they recorded me saying it. Like, that's crazy.
That's crazy. Y'all said it with my whole chest. And what do you have the audacity to record me? Fake.
Yeah, look, man, get you a nice
bag. Oh, it's nasty out here.
Get you a nice burner. You know, just keep your head down, man. Just chill out, man.
Do it the normal way and get you a burner. Why?
Everybody, I have a burner. Everybody's got a burner, and no, you're not gonna find out what it is. So nice try.
I don't have a burner. I'll just get these tweets off on regular timeline.
I don't care enough to have a burner.
I want to like some of my friends' spicy accounts, and I don't want someone to DM me. So I just want to like the spicy accounts in peace without someone being like, "Hey, Cresta."
Yeah, you can't be just liking tweets no more.
On the spicy accounts, I just nod in approval in real life. I can't give them a lie. I'm just like,
I support my friends.
Nice. It's looking all right over there, but I can't say it's looking all right because somebody gonna see me.
Oh, you talking about those kind of spicy accounts?
Yeah, spicy.
You throw them likes out there. I thought you meant people talking spicy on the timeline.
No. Even those, yes, and even some of those opinions.
Spicy on the timeline.
Even some of those spicy wrestling opinions, I'd be like, let me go on my burner right quick.
You're not getting your JR likes off, man. JR, you getting this likes in, buddy.
That's exactly the example that I use. I'm like, JR be just trying to get his shit off, and they put him all the way on display.
Leave him alone, man.
Let him. Widower. He's been through a lot. He's been fired about 25 times from WWE. Let that man get his shit off.
If the girls is putting on the internet, let him hit that like button. Let him.
He be getting his likes off. He throw the cowboy meme under there with the smiley on it.
He be like, howdy, and you
Come on, man. Let him get his shit off, man. If Maul can get that money bag under some women, let him get his cowboy hat meme off.
He going on cocktails at the point. Let him get his drinks off and let him get his likes off.
JR be under the comments like Swerve win around.
Every time it don't fail.
Every time, man. Let him get his shit off, man.
When I'm JR's age, I'm getting my likes. Like, I'm not getting them off now, but in 40 years, I'm gonna be clink, 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 like.
Name a wrestling fan who is not thirsty for a wrestler or someone hot, and I will show you a liar.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, let him get his shit off, man. It's harmless for the most part.
Respectable media wrestling person, and I don't. Sometimes I'll be like, hey, yo, but I can't. I have to be like, she's a great wrestler.
I get too thirsty, and even then, I'm like, Cresta, what are you going to do if someone's husband or wife is like, stop talking about that person? I'm like,
and or even worse, will pull up, Cresta. They will pull up to your
or
DMs.
Even worse, they'll be like, yo, but you hot for real. I'm like, I'm just goofing. So I gotta watch my mouth.
Why'd you back up into like the MJF like kangaroo kick? Like, whoa, wait a minute.
I'm soft. I talk mad shit, but call me Enzo Amore, SAWFT soft. I don't want it. I make this joke all the time. If Deonna Purrazzo ever pulled up on me like, I heard you talking shit about Macklin. Looking at me, I'm just like this.
Cresta, you're hella funny. We're doing this in reverse. How the hell did you get here? How did you get to FIFA? Where you come from?
My house.
Where you come from is so wild funny. How'd you get here? Where'd you pull up from?
There's this really cool black woman. She's funny. She talks about wrestling too. You just kind of came out of nowhere. Where you came from?
All right, so I was originally from esports, and I started rewatching wrestling again in 2018. Okay. Me and my little brother started bonding over that and herbal supplements. Use your imagination. Yes, and I was watching him playing 2K20, and I think somebody was just in the ground doing this. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck is happening? He's like, it's wrestling. I'm like, we still watch wrestling. I used to watch back in the day, whatever. Right. He would have the TV on in the background while we parlaying. And one time I started paying attention to Becky Lynch. She said, I've been tapping bitches out for weeks, which was true. Every time I saw her, she was tapping out. She tapped the Asuka. She was on SmackDown. I'm tapping girls out for weeks. I won a title shot. Here come Carmella with James Ellsworth. And she's like, okay, you can have it. And I'm like, all right, okay. As soon as it started getting good, here comes Vince McMahon. This match needs Charlotte Flair.
Classic.
And I was like, I thought she was injured. That's when my little brother was like, Charlotte Flair is never injured enough to not get a title shot.
Exactly.
And it was all downhill.
Break in case of emergency. Charlotte always is broken in case of emergency.
Very that. And I was looking down at it like, bro, this is crazy. And then I saw Nia Jax. And that was it for me. And I was addicted ever since. I'd never seen a woman wrestle like that. Ever, period. All I had was Chyna at best. Right. Before that was like Sable, Trish, and then Lita. That was it. That's all I had, unless you was watching Jacqueline and Ivory, and they really didn't even let them wrestle. No. So to see Nia Jax manhandle Ronda Rousey, wait a minute, when did she get here? I like Ronda Rousey. Wait, what do you mean Ronda Rousey came here because she was bored? Holly Holm kicked her head off twice, and Amanda Nunes said, get the fuck out of here. What is happening in wrestling? And my little brother's like,
correct timelines, yes.
My little brother's like, yes, have a seat, sit here. Yes, this is what's happening. And I've been addicted ever since. He put me on the Impact in the beginning, and I was like, I think it was Wrestle House, and Johnny Bravo had just got shot. Like, I'm not watching this shit.
Wrestle House, that was wild times.
Wrestle House, pandemic wrestling.
Pandemic wrestling, brother.
And then my little brother's like, don't shit on Impact, because while everyone else will leave and die, Impact will still be here like a roach, and he's not wrong. He's not
ain't going nowhere.
Ain't told one lie yet. But so it's a family affair. That makes it even cooler. You got into it with your brother.
Yes and no. My little brother, he's one of those wrestling fans who tell you to your face, his work, shoot, work. I hate you.
He's one of those.
I mean, honestly, I feel like if I wasn't exposed to someone like that, I wouldn't be able to appreciate it the way that I do now.
Correct.
You know? So my friend, shout outs to Akinola, was like, yo, Sean Ross sat on Twitter, was looking for people to cover Impact. I'm like, I don't watch Impact. He's like, but you watch wrestling anyway, and all you do is watch wrestling. I was like, I shot my shot. And Sean Ross Sapp was like, yo, I heard about you from before. I was like, hey, what up? Listen, I'll do it for a hot dog and a handshake. Give me the Impact deal. What's up? And here I am.
Here she is. Thank you for joining us, Cresta. You just
appreciate you for joining.
Ball of fire.
We definitely needed somebody to come in and lighten up the room because releases is sad news, man. Nobody wants to come in and talk about people losing their jobs. So
No,
It
that
sucks.
shit's whack.
But I've learned that in wrestling, and it's unfortunate but fortunate that there are people who do way worse situations and still enjoy a career. There are some people who are 9,000 years old and still enjoy a career. There are people who have just got here and still enjoy a career. It's not the end of the world unless you do something real fucked up. And even then, there'll be an apologist in the comment.
I'm like, even if you murder somebody, they'll still be like, put him in the Hall of Fame.
But his matches, though.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, we gotta have some kind of line here. There has to be line.
On the one hand, y'all say wrestling is fake, and on the other hand, it's still real to me. So which one is it? Like, come on now, like, enjoy it. But
Uchi
also,
Wally or one mic, all right?
Yeah.
Is it Uchi Wally or one mic? Is that what you just said?
What is it? What are we doing here?
Is it Uchi Wally or got yourself a gun? Because I need to know.
Woke up this morning.
Yo, somebody did say Aaliyah did get released. We did mention Aaliyah in the names of people that got released.
That's literally my little brother. That's literally.
Oh man! Shout out there. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you for joining us.
Yes. Thanks for being here, big dog.
Shout out there. But no, Aaliyah is one of those names. She's been there for longest. She stayed at NXT for a long time. She got 2 tag title runs out of this. I assumed after she got injured, she was going to eventually come back and they were going to do something with her, but didn't quite look like a good sign when Raquel started getting other tag team partners and they never went back to that. I was like, that might not bode well for her. So yeah, I don't know. She's another one that might land on her feet. I've also seen people that are not fans of her based off of some tweets that emerged. So
damn.
I don't know.
Listen, if you got something stupid to say, why you put it on the internet? Get you a little notebook and be like, "Dear notebook, I hate people."
These are old tweets where she's like, yeah. Well, she's like saying nigga and stuff, and she's kind of wilding. She said something about big lips or something. I'm like,
yeah, there were some old tweets that looked kind of crazy, but again, old tweets. I'm not a big fan of judging people off old tweets, depending on how old the tweets are, of course. But
and depending on how wild the tweets are,
that is also true. So I don't know. She may land on her feet again. Hopefully, all of these people land on their feet, whether that's in wrestling or whatever else they want to do in the future. Let's get into some more super. And
we got a bunch. So let's.
Sorry, y'all. We've been yucking.
Dan B900 says we need a new Team 3D. Wait, this is starting out wild already. Oh, we need a new Team 3D funeral, but for Roddy. I doubt it'd be as good since the funeral is iconic, but just do it. MJF just being there to awkwardly support Adam, who regrets not seeing Roddy.
Okay. Now, Dan, I could see that happening. And you would have to have Roderick Strong literally lie in an open coffin like this and have people say a couple of words. You would literally have to have him lie on stage like this. And the moment MJF goes to say something, that's the only way it works. Because I know what 3D funeral you're talking about. But this is the only way that works. And it has to be almost like a roast.
Right.
Yeah. Kind of like the Coming to America sequel where King Jaffe Joffer is laid up there and he's not dead yet, and he's just like commenting on everything going on.
Yeah, you need the neck brace in the coffin, like
with the neck brace. Yeah. Okay, y'all are making some money now. Y'all are making some money. Van Twin Blade says, "Who's Swerve? I only know Will Washington's cousin." Look, I can't.
When I ride it,
Don't disrespect Swerve like that, man. You never know. He might be in the rafters watching this show. He might remember your name. He sees everything. I've come to this conclusion. He sees everything.
Swerve is like an elephant. He never forgets. He will come back to your funeral and step on your casket.
Yo, I can see him doing that too with his brand new Chucks, just like
I'm saying,
grinding the feet.
Looking quaint clean in New York too, with the fur coat, looking real icy, bro. Stop playing with him.
He's killing it. Smiley, our friend Tracy says, "Afternoon, y'all. Hope y'all are doing good. It's been a week in wrestling. I need a strong drink." Reggie texts me back, "Cresta, I love you." Tracy,
Smiley.
Stop sending me that bullshit and I'll text you back.
Wow.
I know what you did.
Fun fact.
Listen, this is what Tracy does. I'm gonna expose her on the
Yeah, not exposing.
I put out a wild ass tweet, and when I put out a wild tweet, and it's usually not wild to me, I mute it. And then Tracy will start sending me people slandering me.
She'll send you the updates.
She's like, this person's slandering you. This. I'm like, I don't want to see that, Tracy. I muted it. But every time she'll send me the tweet of someone slandering me. Who wants to see tweets of you being slandered? Oh, this person called you corny. This person. I'm like, stop sending me that. And she still sends it to me. You're on timeout.
I can see her doing it. Like, no, Reg, you have to see this.
Yeah,
like,
she's like, no, look what this guy said about you. I'm like, don't send me that. I don't want to see that.
Oh, man.
Fun fact, me and Tracy used to do a podcast together during the pandemic. Then my boyfriend got real sick, and then because he got COVID, then I got COVID, and we had to stop it. It just never kind of just did like this after. Like,
run it back. Fuck
that. I'm kidding. I love her.
No, I love you, Trace. You're my friend. But yeah, stop sending me that bullshit. Van Twin Blaze said, also, when Danny G gonna come to the pony?
Come out to Pony. Is that what he's saying?
Oh,
to
when
Genuine Records?
come out to Pony, I was like, what?
I don't want to see that.
Daniel Garcia.
I
you
already
don't want him to come out to Pony?
I already don't like when he does this. This just doesn't look natural. It doesn't look right. It don't look right. I don't like it. To Pony?
Pretty wild. Yes Boy says Cody never go back to AEW with Christian around. I mean,
yeah, no, you can't make fun of Dusty the way this Christian's like, you're back. How's your father?
Yeah, no, you can't. You can't be talking about Dusty. That'd be crazy.
Everybody's like, we love Dusty, and Christian be like, fuck your dad. Like,
right. Will Chisholm says, Phil, I know you saw when Mox hit the stomp, the fans started doing the Seth song. Your boy hits #1 PWI, and now he's over in both companies.
It wasn't the first time I seen it. If you remember at Revolution, when we were in the building, when Mox did the stomp there,
yeah,
they also sang his theme song. Put some respect on my guy's name. That's all.
He's over in both companies. Orion Ben 666 says, Ali, Top Dolla, MMM social media better than WWE creative.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think those guys were showing like stuff that they could do creatively online, and it was just kind of like, all right, well, why isn't this on TV? Like, I think this would get over on TV, and for whatever reason, it just never panned out for either of those, all three of those guys. But again, best of luck with whatever they do next.
Agreed.
Tony P says, hey, Phil, I meant us as in black folks.
Sorry, U.S. us. Sorry, when you see U and S capitalized, you immediately think United States. I'm sorry.
United States, totally. So who's popping up at Wrestle Kingdom first when the 90 days is up? Out of Nick, Shelton, or Ali? Shelton, maybe. They still like him over there. Yeah,
Shelton makes a lot of sense because he has history with New Japan.
Right.
I would like to see him do some stuff with Suzuki again. That would be kind of cool.
Yep.
I don't know if he is interested in that. But Ali makes a lot of sense too. If Hiromu is still champion by Wrestle Kingdom, I would love to see him challenge him at Wrestle
That's
Kingdom.
fire. Yeah, that's fire right there. Definitely, I'm into that. Ryan Ben 666 also says we made 1.4 billion / cut costs. You fired.
Yeah.
Capitalism and economics are terrible because sometimes a lot of the time capitalism means unlimited money, unlimited growth. There's only so many people who are going to watch wrestling. And if I can't make more money every year overhead, fuck you.
Gotta go, brother.
That's how capitalism works. In order for there to be capitalism and somebody to be at the top of this totem pole making a lot of money, somebody got to be at the bottom. And that's just how it is.
A lot of somebodies.
Yep. Tony P also says Mason Mansour are going to get money wherever they go. Also, didn't they say they had an idea based off Jojo Ba? What was that? Cresta, can you agree with me when I say I want to see that?
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't know what that is.
That makes sense because...
Oh, yeah. Oh.
It's anime. It's an anime. And it makes sense because, like, Mace is like a known otaku, like he's a known like video games anime fan. So yeah,
that would make a lot of sense. Just have them come out there and do poses. It'd be borderline Ginyu Force, literally like.
Yes, I would love to see it.
I'd be with it. Or like if you have, they're funny, but you need like a big heavy with them to hit them with the fist of the North Star. Omewa mo shinderu. You can get Okada to do that. or Shingo. That's the guy who comes up with the dog mask, right? Or am I thinking of Takagi?
Shingo comes out with the dragon mask, like
the one that's
the
just
big
like
dragon.
Yeah. So yeah, get Shingo to do that. That'd be funny as hell. I'd pop. That's good, such good shit, pal.
Coy Stalling says, not too familiar with Mariah May. I see she may go to AEW. Do y'all see her becoming a big star in the US? Good question, Coy.
I don't know. I think she's got a lot of potential. I think that the run in Stardom has done a lot for her. She's done a lot of matches. The stuff that she's doing with Mina is definitely getting her over with that fan base. She can work, and she can also do the character stuff as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think she could do really well. I just hope that they don't do like another pretty girls like Paris Hilton type gimmick with her, like we've seen so many times, because she looks tailor made for it with her, like the blonde hair and everything.
Beautiful people thing.
Just do something different. But I do think that there's a lot of potential for her in America, especially if you're going to do more crossover stuff with Stardom. Well, try to do crossover stuff with Stardom. We haven't gotten it yet.
I think pretty girl gimmicks can work. I think the only example of a pretty girl gimmick, in my opinion, that has worked that I liked, so take this with a grain of salt, was Tiffany Stratton. Because
I was going to say she's doing that right now, isn't she?
Yeah, she's pretty, but she's as pretty as she is. They don't dumb down her moveset. And that's always been my issue when they do really pretty girls wrestling. Their moveset is, and Tiffany Stratton out here like, I'll beat your ass. Let's stop playing with me. I'll have to give you Tiffany Epiphany. Stop playing with me. And I think that's how all the girls should be. That's why I'm hoping, like when they had Jade Cargill do the baddies, they would do something similar if they do it in WWE with all you bitches, you're bad bitches, we're a bunch of bad girls together, and now we're going to be beating people up. I wouldn't hate seeing her with Lash Legend or Jakara Jackson, not on NXT though. So
there's nothing wrong with
on my watch.
I had to hit it with
what you're doing? That's hilarious.
My life.
And there's nothing wrong with pretty girl gimmicks. I'm just saying that I would like to see them do something different with her, because we've seen it so many times. Just do something different.
Do something else. T-Pain. Will Chisholm says, this is kind of wild. I don't know what was happening here. Well, now that Matt has time to get his daughter off social media when she thinks she's a blood, Matt Riddle's daughter thinks she's ganging?
Matt Riddle daughter out here false flagging?
Yeah, I'm like, what's going on?
Don't know if this is serious, and if it is, it just reminds me of one of those memes where it's like, don't talk to me, mom, for I let my Orochimaru curse out on you. Get away from me. I'm throwing up blood. Like, girl, what are you doing?
Let's be careful, man. Words mean things, hand signs mean things, colors mean things. Be careful.
Yes.
Sorry to the Orochimaru clan. My apologies.
I can't. My fingers can't even start to form to do that. Harley Quinn 93 says Cresta's on here. The link up we've been waiting for.
They're going to change this to the cookout. It's been very black in here, and I need snacks.
Straight up. And it's Saturday. I need to smell some hot links on the grill. Pause. I don't know if
we're doing that on this show. Hot wings.
I don't know if we're doing this. I'm just gonna move on. Yes, boy says, any chance Cody brings Jade for the Rhea problem? That was one of Phil's ideas.
That made all the sense in the world. I thought that's why they were doing a Don match on Monday. Turns out they're just doing a Don match again for the sake of doing a Don match. But whatever. I think that makes sense for a pay-per-view match. Cody and Jade versus Dom and Rhea in a mixed tag match makes a lot of sense.
I agree. But I think that a lot of people say what they say about Jade, considering how she was booked in AEW, and a lot of her matches were squash matches. She's still 60-0. She's still Goldberg. Take it how you want. But a lot of the matches that were against people like Robin Renegade or her sister Renegade, like I think of people who were actually challenges like Athena, Taya, Statlander. Where's Thunder Rosa? And I don't even want to talk about Serena Deeb, okay? I love Serena Deeb, and she don't get her flowers. Yeah. But to have her come into WWE and deal with the Rhea, I think it's perfectly fine. She's just going to have to show Rhea Ripley that everyone's had it with you, even me. I just got here and I've had it with you. Because Rhea Ripley was beating up dudes, too. Same thing with Nia Jax. I would like Nia Jax to beat up Rhea Ripley. I would pop if Nia Jax became champion, but I know everyone else would hate that. So.
Oh, yeah. People would not like that.
Maximum heat.
Maximum heat.
And I would be right in the front lines like this. I don't care. This is such good shit, pal. I don't care.
Just taking it all in. Will Chisholm also says, is Jade's song her song, or did AEW make it? She might not be able to take it to WWE. I think that's a Mikey Ruckus special.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the legality of that is, but we'll see.
I think it's a good song to have in the Fed.
Definitely. Our homie Reggie Simmons says, Cresta got me in tears laughing. LOL.
I put all my points into speech. I can't do anything else.
She just always got one too. And Dungeon Master of Puppets says, I'm late, but as a Detroit fan, that hat is too clean.
Appreciate you, man.
Yeah. That's our super chats for now. Thanks to everybody for sending in. Thanks for the support. Y'all are cool. Y'all are dope. Y'all are fantastic. Y'all are cute.
Yeah. Let's get some of these hyper chats in so we can move on to AEW Grand Slam.
Yay!
See, from Bizarro Big L, hey guys, hope you guys are good today. Off topic, but 2 incidents bothered me last week. Some guy died at the Pats game after a fight aggravated a medical issue.
I saw that. Yeah.
And a dumbass who wrote the anti-Semitic sign at MJF. Kindness is free. Hate ain't worth it. Yeah, that sign was crazy.
Jeez, Louise.
That sign was crazy.
I saw that, it's like, bro, of all the things, I'm trying to find the right respectful words because I'm a memer and I want to swear. But like, of all the things that MJF does to big up Jewish people, for you to be a piece of anti-Semitic shit, spend money to sit in the front at that. And this is the same guy, according to SP3, had big douche energy in the parking lot. Bro, at Grand Slam, I saw them eject some guy dressed like Macho Man. Like, literally, they beat him up and kicked him out. I think, maybe we should have some of that heat for this guy.
Why did beat up Macho Man? What happened? Why did he get the hands?
Man.
What happened? Because I saw a couple of clips. I'm like, they was really dragging Macho Man.
Shout out to the AEW for giving me really good seats. Where I was seated, it was the floor, take a few steps, and then me. But this section, everyone was confidencing their way. Oh, this is an empty seat. I'm going to sit here. Yep. Apparently, Macho Man confidenced himself to the floor. Oh. The person for the floor came there to go see. Macho Man was like, S my D, I'm supposed to be here.
Yo.
Where's your ticket? I don't got to show you no ticket. And the security picked him up like Jazzy Jeff, and Jazzy Jeff him out of here, bro. And at the end, old boy tried to get up in security. After Macho Man, who looked like Alan Angels in a hat, picked himself up off the floor, was doing this, and I recorded it. You see him either spit or say something to the security guard, and he just lunges at him. All of this was exasperated that after they kicked out Macho Man, they kept his hat. And while the security guard was doing the Prince Nana dance, like, in his hat. So, moral of the story is don't go to a wrestler shows and be a dickhead. Sit in your seat.
Chill out, man. Offering somebody to Frank and spitting on people, you ain't got to do all that.
It's crazy. Come on, you're dressed as Macho Man. Have some respect.
Chill out, man. It's all right.
If you could afford Section 300, sit in Section 300. If you could afford Section 1, sit in Section 1. But don't be mad if you sit in Section 1 with a Section 300 seat if Section 1 wants you to move. You can't do that. You can't do that.
Nah. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. From Atlas Earth, he says, happy to have Cresta on Grapsody. Big fan of her post-Impact pods. Anyways, do you think Kenta is available during Wrestle Dream and him losing his strong title to Kingston and history with ROH? That he might face him at the pay-per-view. Also, I don't miss CM Punk. It would be very weird if he pulled up.
Wait to have
why Punk catch a train? What was he doing here?
Because he brought the Kenta thing up. But it would be very weird if now he slinked in and was like, yeah, y'all still want me to do some matches over here? No, we wanted the Punk match, man. Like, what are you doing? We wanted the Punk match.
I don't like that guy, so you wasn't getting it. So can I still show up?
That's crazy.
And you go slink in like, yeah, I'll wrestle Eddie Kingston. No, we wanted the Punk match. We've seen you wrestle Eddie. Like, come on, what are you doing?
Damn, Kenta, why you didn't give it to us?
Because he don't listen. Some people in wrestling just don't like each other, and whenever I think of CM Punk, I just think of Seth Rollins. Philly Phil, stay away.
Every time I see that clip, it's hilarious because the way he's dressed and just the way he's dressed.
Serious, but you're not serious. You're so unserious right now.
The way he's dressed, Nick is just standing next to him like, oh, okay, word, okay. Very funny clip, man. Shout out to Nick Hausman. But from Jennifer, love you, gents. Just throwing some support your way. Sorry I've been so absent. No, I am always here in spirit. Appreciate you, Jen, as always.
Thank you, Jennifer.
Another one from Bizarro Big L says, Roddy Strong, with the slow rise in the bed is peak. His character work has been great. Cresta, those dances and moments are a big strengths right now. Daniel Garcia needs a dance off against Nana Stat, who is the master of the Yambag City, MJF, or Danhausen.
Nakamura, what did you talk about?
I was about to say, might be Nakamura or AJ Styles. AJ Styles won a championship doing that. So
I mean, Alan Angels is trying to get into the fight now, from the sounds of it.
Yeah.
And also, too, let's not forget Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
Taz, my balls.
Yes.
Yeah. Shout out to Scott Lesh. He shows up at a lot of these things and does photography. Got one of the best pictures of the week. That Joa throwing up that double bird during his senton.
Yeah.
Great picture.
Really
All of the memes from it have been fantastic. Appreciate you, Scott Lesh. And of course, as always, credit the artists. Credit people that take these pictures. Don't just use their stuff. Credit these people.
Please stop stealing.
Nah, don't be out here stealing.
Yo ho ho, don't be a pirate.
Straight up.
Straight up.
Don't steal my booty.
From Unwatched Star Win, one of the best things about Grapsody is when y'all invite someone on the show, I become a fan of them too. You did it again with Cresta, is crushing it. Very prime Busta Rhymes energy. Keep up the good work.
Straight up.
We are from New York.
I'm saying that's that New York energy.
Literally, I'm one step away from. Yeah, I'm up here this morning and it's early as hell. I'm about to do a Grapsody and I'm rhyming the jet. What's
Cresta, we talked about this on Ask Grapsody. Did you see this Busta clip of him at this show using this microphone?
Did you see this, Cresta?
In the way that he was using it, I was like, Bus, relax.
I did.
Relax. You gotta relax, Busta Rhymes. You can't.
Busta Rhymes is being an old West Indian. He's still Jamaican.
Yes. Yes.
Exactly.
He don't got the dreads no more, but he's still an old West Indian man. And he went from being real skinny. This is serious. Yeah. I have a microphone here for the gag, but to just be like, yeah. So you know, I don't like it, but it's expected. It's expected.
He was wilding a little bit, and I mean, I've seen Bus in concert. I've seen him do that at a show, but something about seeing it in that clip, I was like, nah, this is a little bit too much.
Even wilder. Phil is like, no, that's his regular routine.
I've seen him do it before.
Like, what?
So yeah. I don't know, man. This was a little bit much, and 50 being 50, getting his jokes in. I was like, yeah, nah, rein it in a little bit. It's all right.
Yeah.
You know the problem with 50 Cent is, even if you're funnier than him, he'll just go buy out the first 4 rows of your concert, so there won't be anyone there.
You cannot win.
You can't win against him.
He's been shot 9 times, and that didn't stop him from getting these jokes off. You literally can't win
9 times. You think a joke's gonna hurt him? And no, these jokes ain't hurt.
He gonna buy your masters. He'll make sure you'll never make music again because he got that Eminem money. He not playing with you.
Hey, no, I heard that 50 got the bag too from Fox or something. He's supposed to be doing some animated show. Like 50 is getting
Power or something like that.
Bag.
Look, man, all-time bag getter.
Straight up.
Oh, seriously, all-time great bag getter, man. Like you can say what you want about this guy. This guy will get a bag.
Jeff Jarrett a rap.
Yes, for sure.
Jeff Jarrett, the ultimate bag getters.
From Tony P, we all know why Shelton was never a champ from that OVW class. That Booker T WWE magazine cover clouded their views of black wrestlers as a face for the company who weren't safe like Dwayne was for them until recently. Triple H versus Booker was proof of this.
That always hurt my feelings. I hated that promo. I hated every part of that.
People have been saying since Shelton has been released, exactly what Tony P is saying here is how I feel. They say this about Shelton. They say this about Monty Brown. They say this about Too Cold Scorpio. I'm like, you know why these guys were never world champions, right?
Yeah, it's still
niggas.
I just still hate it very much that he never got a chance. But it is what it is. Let's get into AEW Grand Slam. Let's do it. AEW Grand Slam 2023. Very good show from my point of view. We started opened the night with the champion versus champion match. Our Mad King is now a double champion. He finally got his retribution on Claudio. He is now your Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Champion. I very much loved a lot of the back and forth and how physical this match was. But I also like the nods, like Claudio coming out there and very pettily putting on his Ribeiro steak jacket and wearing the white and green like Hawada. I seen what you did there. Sorry, he didn't wear the white and green like Hawada. Like Misawa. Eddie wore the black and yellow like Hawada. Loved it.
How did this feel as a New Yorker, Cresta? How was the reception for Eddie winning in the building?
There were 3 very loud receptions. Eddie Kingston, MJF, and the booing of Don Callis. This was deafening so loud. I don't even think I have a video. I might have a video of Eddie Kingston coming out. But even before Eddie Kingston came out, before Claudio's entrance finished, people were like, all right, get him out of here, Eddie, all right. It was a good match. People were cheering. There was not a Claudio fan in sight.
Right.
Wheeler Yuta was getting booed. He ain't do shit. He wasn't even involved in that, but they're like, fuck you, Yuta. The crowd was not here for it. And if Eddie Kingston didn't win, there was a few near falls where it looked like Claudio was going to win.
It's going to be a riot, bro.
I could feel the Bronx energy like, yo, we're going to rob you. We're going to take the ring post, your tires. So Eddie Kingston better win. So
you don't want that.
So it was a good reception. They loved Eddie Kingston. He's not even from the city. He's from Yonkers, and we technically don't claim that. He got big Brooklyn energy though, so
he does. Big Brooklyn energy. Great match. Very hard hitting. I thought the finish was awesome. I loved that it was a very clean finish. I loved that Eddie showed him the respect at the end and shook his hand because you are a Ring of Honor champion and it is the code of honor. And I like that he, in all of that, proved that Claudio was always wrong, that you're not honorable enough to hold this belt. And even after everything, he still shook his hand.
Yeah.
That handshake was nasty work, though, from Claudio. He was like, fucking...
Just threw the belt after him afterwards. Yeah, no, I thought this was, as someone that was at Supercard of Honor earlier this year, we all were pretty disappointed at Eddie Kingston not getting the victory there. But I thought this made it all worth it of like
this was
everything
right
that happened, being built up, being in New York, like
yeah.
all of this moments made it a lot better. So I'm happy that it didn't happen at Supercard of Honor. Eddie Kingston, people this week have been talking about in 2020, the dude was going to retire from wrestling. WWE tried to make him into a coach. Like he was pretty much out of here. And for him to go from that to this huge moment, to having this career resurgence, to being one of the most over guys in AEW, it's a big deal.
Yeah,
he's very relatable. He reminds me a lot of when Mick Foley came out, he was doing that. People are like, oh, you're out of shape, you're this, that, and the third, but you're so relatable. And Eddie Kingston, when you find out about him and then going back to see that he legitimately hates Claudio Castagnoli is the funniest thing. Because even if you guys are best bros, I wouldn't be able to tell. Because I also don't know if Eddie Kingston knows wrestling is a work. I'm not telling him.
Sometimes I don't know, Cresta, honestly.
I'm not going to tell him.
Last of a dying breed, man. If he does not hate this man, he's going to make you feel like he does.
Exactly.
So, this was great. I thought it was a great way to start the show. I was a little salty that Eddie didn't get his pyro after he won. I thought he should have got some fireworks off in New York.
Those pyros were mad hot. I wasn't even next to the stage, and I could feel it. So I don't even know how Swerve was standing at the top of the stage with that pyro with that coat on. It was hot. Though you felt that. They were hot.
Nah, man. But I was a little salty, especially when somebody else got their title win on Rampage and they got pyro. I'm like, dang, you couldn't give Eddie the Yamin? Like, come on, bro. What's going on?
We only got 5 fireworks. We don't got 10 fireworks. The boys got to get them.
I feel like fireworks for Eddie would be understood. You need to blast you need to shoot the gas in the air for that
real fireworks, huh? Now letting off the Yala and the motherfucking Grand Slam is crazy.
Eddie for Grand Slam should have came out to DMX, and then
that's what I thought. I have pitched that like you guys are doing all these licensed music. Like, let's get one DMX song. For,
I think
Eddie
he
Kingston
should be.
tonight.
Y'all been eating long enough now. Stop.
I'm saying that would have went hard as hell.
And that would fit. That's not too far from his music now. Stop playing. Tony Khan. If you could pay like $1 billion to use Final Countdown twice, come on.
Eddie 1,000% should have came out to the that would have been fire.
The crowd singing "Who We Be." That's hard. Get it, Tony Khan.
That would have been
man.
fire. We missed
Damn,
the moment,
that's
man. Missed the moment.
Even
but
if you had Nas, if you started with "Got Yourself," that would have been hard too. Like Eddie
Queensbridge, come on, bro. In
That's
Queens, bro.
That's Cash Wheeler's song. We can't have that for Eddie.
Cash Wheel.
Woke up this morning, got yourself.
That's Arn Anderson, okay? Allegedly, Cash Wheel.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Look, I don't know. I
Cash
wasn't
in.
there.
I don't know.
I wasn't there. I don't know.
Cash Wheeler is said, little bitch, you can't fuck with me. FTR Cardi B music, do it now.
Crazy.
Yo.
Crazy outside.
Then we got Jericho versus Sammy Guevara. So it's kind of my least favorite match on the card. I thought it did what it needed to do. I thought there were cool things here, like the reversal off of the top rope into the code breaker. But I think the real thing that we got out of this was what we got on Rampage, the story stuff we got there with Sammy joining Don and the heat that he got out of there. They was ready to boo this man out of the building, and then that led to Battle Cry ringing off and getting Kenny Omega in the building. All of that stuff was fire. I think that made this match very much worth it on Rampage.
Yeah.
Right.
I remember when Callis came out for Rampage and he was doing all this stuff, and then Jericho came out. The moment I say, yo, where the fuck is Kenneth Deshawn Omega? All you hear is, I hear my battle cry. I'm like, yes. Yes, Kenny Omega's wide in real life. I don't know how else to describe him.
Yeah, no,
Him
he's
and
wide.
Brian Cage are
Bro.
wide. Very up here, wide.
Yeah.
I seen what he did too. He came out there in the gym shorts and a pair of Red Octobers. I'm like, oh, it's nothing. Just come out here with $40,000 gym shoes. Something like.
Baby.
Something
These
like.
is bloody shoes.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't even notice it at first, and I was like, this guy got a Red Octobers.
Yeah.
What a flex, but
yeah.
I'm not mad at Sammy though, because he made a good point. Earlier it was fuck you, Sammy. Now it's let's go, Sammy. I mean, realistically, I would have seen you versus Andrade, but that's
he should have never went babyface 4 weeks ago or whenever they tried to do it. That was dumb. Nobody wanted that.
No,
I mean, it could make sense against Jericho, but if Jericho's no longer the bad guy, we hate you again. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
Right.
Like,
yeah, I mean, that was definitely a thing from the Pillage feud that I was like, y'all really want us to cheer for this guy, and it's just
it's
not
not
there.
happening.
It's just the fan base is just not behind him. And there are people that really like Sammy, but I just don't think that the babyface thing is working for him. You gotta, this was the right move. I think making him a heel again was the right move. And he came right out and threw the smoke out there. Yes, I got a hot wife. She at home pregnant, and I'm flexing. I just bought a new car. Stop playing with me.
Yes.
Like I feel you. Look, man. I know you've been waiting, bro. Get your shit off.
He
bro.
been waiting. Like, I go home to a bad bitch, and y'all go home to nothing. So shut the
There
fuck
are
up.
3 wrestlers who I feel like no matter what you say about, they could always say, I go home to my hot wife.
Like,
Him,
yeah.
Brian Cage, and Matt Hardy. I don't care what you say. Their wives are hot. They got big houses, and you could be mad about it, but I'm gonna put my head on her butt, and you gonna put your head on your pillow. Bye.
Exactly.
Yeah, Miz be sitting at home every time. Like,
Same with
y'all
Miz.
talking crazy.
He like, y'all
Miz
can
do
say
not care about
whatever,
nothing y'all talking
I don't
about, bro.
care. I'm going home. I don't care.
You see my big ass house? You see my wife? I don't care what you gotta say.
I ain't trying to hear none of that. Of course, the other thing about this match as well, shout out to friend of the show, Montezzi, that walked him out to the ring. That was dope. That was great to see him get that look.
That was awesome.
But
Shout
yeah,
out to our homie Montezzi for getting that opportunity. I was thinking it's funny when the song started, I was like, that's really cool that Montezzi's song gets to play at this big show in front of all these people. And then here he comes. I'm like, oh, yeah, this is even better.
yeah, and I mean,
The crowd was confused as to who it was at first.
Yeah, I'm
including
sure
me,
they
including
were.
me.
Yeah.
yeah, but I mean, even Sammy's entrance coming out and doing the Jericho light up jacket. He also was wearing the same colors as Jericho when he turned on Shawn, and he turned on the same way. The aftermath of the match was the exact same, picture perfect. All that stuff was cool. Better than the actual match. Sorry.
Sometimes it's not about the in-ring. Sometimes it's about the post-match and the story and the friends he made along the way.
Yeah, I do think this is gonna be beneficial for Sammy moving forward. Though I think this was the right move to make him a heel because it just wasn't working.
And then on Rampage last night, they did kind of another thing where Kenny Omega ended up saving Chris Jericho, and seemingly they announced that this match is going to be happening at Wrestle Dream, but it's going to be a 6-man tag. It seems to be Kenny Omega, Chris Jericho, and Kota Ibushi against Sammy Guevara, Konosuke Takeshita, and a mystery person right now at the moment. So
I have a wrestle dream. When is Swerve gonna face Keith Lee in a one-on-one? That's my dream.
Oh God! Don't say that out loud, Cresta.
You booking
think it's
all
over,
these
buddy.
matches?
It's over.
I think it's over, buddy. I think
I
we've
keep
got to
trying
let
to
this
tell
go.
people, Phil, they won't listen to me. I'm
I think
like,
it's over, man.
guys,
I think
Dream
he's
is a
moved on.
nightmare. Got it.
just
Dream is a
gotta
nightmare.
He's gone on and he's doing the Darby stuff now. Now he's getting his Hangman feud. Look, man.
Keith is a collider now. We're talking about some other stuff now.
Yo, that doesn't matter no more. Corporate mandate Punk is gone. That don't matter no more.
I
can
wanted
show up
to
any show I
though.
want.
That's the problem I have. I wanted them to keep the soft brand split because I like the distinction.
Yeah, I thought the brand split was fine. I thought it was fine, man.
If they're gonna fake ass put the Young Bucks on every show, the Young Bucks ain't gonna be on every show, dude. Like, let's just continue doing this.
They're not gonna work. They're not gonna work every Saturday, so it's fine. It was fine the way it was. I don't know, but I digress. Very controversial match for the International Championship. Jon Moxley versus Rey Fenix. This match had things that I enjoyed about it, but it is impossible to watch this match in retrospect, knowing that Mox hurt himself very early in the match, and you can very much tell that he was hurt throughout this match.
Right.
You could tell he was out of it.
Himself early.
Yeah. People think that he
Off
got
of
the
a
concussion on the pile driver, but it was on the dive. It was early in the match.
I couldn't tell in real life. He was moving smooth, but that first pin, that's when everyone was like, "Oh no, Rick Knox, you're not gonna play in my face."
Yeah.
No, he was already way screwed up by then.
He was hurt before then. If you rewatch the match, it's very apparent that he was not okay, and it's hard to watch. As you're saying, the closing sequence of the match was very rough. Knowing now that he was concussed, and you let this guy do 2 pile drivers after that, and his head very clearly, if I could be wrong, but it looked like his head connected with the mat on that first one. And I was like, oh,
and then to drag his lifeless body and do it again. I was like,
it looked very grim, and people are dragging Rick Knox for this. It's not all Rick Knox's fault. I think that somebody in the headset that was watching this backstage should have been like, let's wrap this up, because this
that first pile driver should have it was really weird to watch because you could see Moxley wasn't even moving. He should have been in, and Rick Knox tried to do the hand thing. It's like this. You should have called an audible and let us
a knockout thing. Like, he's out. This match is over.
Somebody should.
I don't need a finish if Jon Moxley's hurt. I don't care about no stupid ass wrestling show.
That's a fact.
Yeah. Somebody.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just somebody should have wrapped this up. And the Rick Knox thing, you can very clearly, after the first pinfall, if you look at it, it looks like Mox is telling him to count to 3. And when he hits that 2, he very clearly is like, fuck you. Clear as day. It looks so bad. Yeah. I'm not going to jump all over Rick Knox. It's a hard job, but it looks so bad.
I will say the crowd did not have it. The crowd did not have it. They said this is bullshit. That was 3, and they were chanting that for the entire sequence. And then after Phoenix won, from what I saw on TV, so I was at that point I was on my phone to see what we could see. You saw it from the head up. Moxie had laid out there on the floor like this until the lights went off and they went to commercial. It wasn't until he got up. It wasn't until we almost came back from commercial that Moxie got up and walked out on his own. And that was really scary.
Isn't this crazy? Because didn't this happen to Hangman and Mox was on the other side like very recently?
Yeah, they stopped the match immediately with the Hangman thing, though.
Right.
But yeah, very scary. Glad that he was able to get up and walk out on his own. It does seem like it was diagnosed as a concussion. Hopefully he's okay. Take some time off. If anybody in this company can use a break, it's Jon Moxley.
I hate that it had to be this way, but get some rest.
Yo, him and Bianca, and there's like one other person. Like, yo, take a break. I will love you when you come back. Please take a break. Please.
Yeah, but yeah, Rey Fenix is your new international champion.
Also, that Rey Fenix didn't look like the best at the end of the match either.
If you watch it back, it looks like Alex is helping him get up on the rope to raise the belt. So I'm like, I hope he's okay. But if he is okay, and you want somebody to be like a workhorse champion and have like good matches on TV, Rey Fenix is a guy that can give you that. He can give you some fantastic exhibition matches, and not exhibition matches. He's a champion, but they can give you some fantastic title matches on TV. So hopefully he's doing all right. I don't know what the plan is for that belt at Wrestle Dream. We'll see.
Yeah, that was a mess, and maybe the belt is just heavier than we thought. That's why Orange Cassidy kept it in the book bag.
I mean, that could be a thing.
Crown's heavy, man. The crown is very heavy. Next up, we got the AEW Women's World Title match. Saraya took on Toni Storm. Toni Storm debuted a new entrant, including the black and white filter, new music.
Big star.
I thought this was fantastic. I honestly think this was Saraya's best match with AEW.
Agreed.
I think this was the right way to use her. She's limited work-wise, so she's not going to give you like the work rate match. But when you do like the storytelling and like the shenanigans, like the best way I've seen it described is Ibu kind of described it as like the bloodline formula, where you make the story the selling point of the match.
Right.
And I think that very much worked here.
Yeah. I like Saraya, so she could do no wrong in my eyes. I was the only one in my section cheering for Saraya because everyone likes Toni Storm. This is such a good gimmick. And in a perfect world, I don't know if you guys know I'm a Zelina Vega stan. I'm a Zelina Vega apologist. Chancla shoe connection. Hilarious. Just throwing shit at people.
It's really funny. See, I like the match, and I hate that Toni Storm is already, which sounds funny as hell, is already getting over and people like her because I wanted her to heal it up more. People are already like, we love Toni Storm, we want her to win, but they love her. I'm like, please boo this woman. But I also get it. I get it. But yeah, I thought this was Saraya's best match too. Toni Storm has been amazing, but I thought that Saraya played a really good heel role. Ruby played a good role. Everything in this was really good.
Yeah, I think all of the spots that made you feel like, even though Saraya is the heel, that she was kind of in peril in this were good. The spots in the corner with the
neck,
with the neck were very scary. I was like, please, everybody, be careful
here.
Even
just teasing it, it's like, whoa, you guys, like, don't even tease this. That's when they started
chanting "Neck Strong" in my section, right for that spot. And I don't know if y'all heard that on TV, but they were definitely chanting "Neck Strong."
Yeah, please. I was just thinking, please be very careful. But this also makes a lot of sense why this match is good, because Toni has been a great worker for this company since she signed.
Really
yeah,
she's so good. The character work she's doing is fantastic. I think they've got something really good in her right now. They do not need to put a title on her. I know people are like, make her champion. I think that she has benefited a lot from losing the belt. And when she does become champion again, it's going to be rewarding. I think the character stuff she's done right now does not need to be champion. But very interested to see what Saraya does next. If she's going to defend the belt at Wrestle Dream. It seems like they're still teasing doing the Emmy stuff on Twitter.
Where are you, Mercedes? Where are you?
Honestly, I low-key don't want her to go to AEW quite yet because, like, yeah, she's got some great matches, but I don't like what AEW is doing with their women's division. She needs to go to Impact first. She needs to go to Impact first.
Okay, you talking crazy. I was like, I was in with it. You had me in the first half. You had me in the first half.
So you telling me you don't want to see Mercedes Moné versus Deonna Purrazzo?
I want to see it so bad, but like I said before, they can't afford to text Mercedes Moné. They can't even afford to text her at this point. So how?
Don't she do charity?
Nah, man. Nah.
I mean,
doing Impact as charity is hella funny.
Honestly, okay, I love Impact, but the Impact women's division is the best one. Like, everywhere else has great women, but the best women's division is Impact.
It's there, yeah.
I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you, man. Mercedes, go
but
wrestle.
Don't nobody be watching that, Cresta. I'm sorry, I love everybody, but Mercedes not about to go on a show.
Come to Cresta's house. I'm making some oxtails. We're gonna eat. We're gonna watch Impact together.
Okay, the incentives are sounding pretty good. They're sounding pretty good.
Look, Swerve already told you during this Hangman feud. You doing charity now? Like, that's what you doing, Mercedes? Nah, man. Like, get over here and do the big matches. We seen you at All In. We see you in Liberty Stadium. Get to the shits, man. Like, come on,
charity
man.
Now? Absolutely not. Mercedes is not gonna be doing.
Listen, man. Look, get to the shits. Like, I did see a lot of people that thought that Mercedes was gonna show up at Arthur Ashe. I did think we were gonna get a surprise. And Mercedes made a lot of sense. I thought she was at least gonna pop up on the screen or something, but that tells me she must not be cleared yet.
Right.
So,
but to me, there's no one for her to fight. Who's she gonna fight?
Saraya. That's the match. That's the match they've been teasing for the longest.
Phil, can I call you Philip?
That's the match. Tony said that was the planned match for Forbidden Door.
Weren't we just saying that she was struggling in this match against Toni Storm? You want Mercedes Moné, who's been turned all the way up?
Listen.
She had 11, Cresta. She had 11.
That actually kind of proves my point, though. If we're sitting here saying this was Saraya's best match with Toni, you don't think that Mercedes can give her a great match as well?
But the issue is we don't want shenanigans from this new Mercedes.
Exactly.
And that's what's going to get kind of muddied up.
I want a match.
But
I'd rather see her versus Taya or Deeb or Thunder Rosa, who's going to be out here. But, like, not for nothing. Like, I want to see her versus Deonna Purrazzo.
Yeah, but, I mean, the story stuff with Saraya is there. It's been there since day one. They've been teasing this since Saraya came to the company. So we're definitely going to get that match at some point.
The match. That's why I kind of feel like she still has the championship as they're waiting it out. They shouldn't be waiting it out at all, but I understand.
I'm a huge believer in
waiting it out.
Yeah, I'm a huge believer in that's why she won the belt. I think that's part of why she won it is because they're going to do the Mercedes match. It's coming. It's inevitable. But
on, Ace Austin.
Yeah, it's inevitable.
Impact. Sorry, I'm not gonna get that.
Nah, Ace Austin's the man. But
I
love yeah, we closed the night with a very good AEW World Championship match, which should not surprise anybody because Max has not missed as champion. He has excellent matches every time. And this was very good. The way that they managed to make a story out of a afterthought of an incident that happened in NXT years ago is just brilliant. And again, Samoa Joe, it sounds so crazy to say that this guy is the most improved wrestler of the year, but he kind of is, bro. He has been amazing this year, man. He has been incredible. Like his character work, the matches have been fire.
Used more?
It could be, but I think it's also that the schedule works better for him because he doesn't have to work as many matches. And I think when we do see him, it feels special. The matches he's having, it feels like the old Joe. He's not working at the same speed and everything, but he has the same presence in terms of like this guy gets in there and immediately this guy looks like he is going to beat your face in. He's still doing the jabs the same way. I'm just waiting for him to pull out a Chimera Plex one day because I'm like, bro, just dust that joint off. Just why not? And this match was fire, man. He did all the spots. He did the big senton, like we said, with the double birds right in the camera. He did a very, very crazy looking move on the apron.
Oh, that DVD was crazy. Yeah,
that DVD looked insane. Yeah, I was like, Max, your neck.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Careful out there, you guys.
Neck strong too, buddy.
Straight up. Careful, you guys. What's going on?
But yeah, this match was very, very good.
Yeah, MJF, like you said, I think all his title matches have hit so hard and they've been so different. I think that's the craziest thing. We think about like the Adam Cole match compared to the Bryan Danielson match compared to this match. They're all three different matches, and MJF has been working so hard in all of this. I thought that they would have a little bit more time to sell it with the promos and stuff, but I thought that with the time and stuff that they had, that this was a really great match.
I like Samoa Joe. I was the only one cheering for Samoa Joe. I thought Joe should have won here, and I don't care. I'll apologize for that man any day of the week. That being said, I think this is the best MJF has looked as well. And I know people are like, that's crazy. You don't like MJF? Not really anymore. I like him, but it's kind of repetitive. And I see where some of these things are going. Like this friendship you did with Adam Cole, I feel like you did this with Jericho. Just there's no singing and dancing this time. And that's okay. That's fine. That's okay. I know you guys are going to eventually turn on people.
There's a little singing. He's saying happy birthday to him.
They dance too. Like there's been some stuff in there.
But it's not like full on Broadway play like it was before. Nothing wrong with that. I think at some point I'm ready for them to turn on each other because Max just oozes that jerk ass charisma.
I still don't believe him.
I don't believe him. You could go out there
either.
and heal the sick, walk children in nature with Jesus on the water, and I would still say you're the heel.
Don't believe you.
I would still say you're the heel. It's not your fault. Some wrestlers, and you are one of them, just ooze heel charisma. Sammy Guevara too. When you're a face, like, I don't believe you.
Yeah, I don't believe you. I didn't believe him any of that time. He's smiling. Don't smile, dude. We know what's going on.
No smiling here.
Yeah.
You know, so like MJF winning is great. I was the only one booing him. His mom 2 rows in front of me, like, I don't care.
The big sign up.
Yes, everyone was taking pictures with MJF's mom. I was like, why y'all taking pictures with this lady? Like, I don't know who it was. But like, it makes sense MJF winning because the big payoff here is him versus Adam Cole, and it really should have been him versus CM Punk. I'm still butt mad about that after all the shit you would talk about. I'm the real world champion. Anywho, but like I want to get into it more. I think Joe should have won. When you saying Joe being the most improved, like that's crazy, Joe.
It sounds crazy, but it's that's kind of where we are.
Emotive Joseph, like
because people were talking crazy on Joe's name for a minute. People were trying to say it was washed. People were like, he's not Joe anymore. He just needs to retire. Like, just think about the
had a chance to be presented in a way that he's Killer Joe, and WWE ain't do it. AEW has dropped the ball with him, and unless you watch Ring of Honor.
Yeah, but I mean, also when you think of like his last NXT match and like how people were down on him, how people were like, he just doesn't look good, and I think some of that was health related.
NXT,
yep, he 3-time NXT champion, and so I think so. Some of that was health related, but I think that's also why giving him the time to recuperate in between these matches and like the schedule has helped him a lot. But yeah, this was great. We got Max doing an homage to the Brett thing beforehand. I thought that was really good. I think all of the stuff during the match with Cole was also great. We got Max promising to choke this guy out, and of course he cheated and he choked him out. And right after the match, Cole is an accomplice here, immediately helped him put that tape in his pocket, and it almost made me feel like, dang, Roddy's right. He's a bad influence on you.
I'm saying.
Roddy is right about this. He's right. MJF is not a good person, and you're turning into somebody like him. I definitely believe this is leading to Adam Cole turning on him and turning heel. It's only a matter of time. I've been thinking about this since All In, and it very much feels like it's happening now. Just based on everything around us, but
bring back Undisputed Era, because honestly, I make jokes about Bobby Fish all the time. And where is the lie?
Where's the lie?
But bringing Bobby Fish to this, I would like to see an Undisputed Era so Max can really see that he ain't got no fucking friends. You've screwed over everybody. The only friend you had was Wardlow, and you were paying him. So like, I would love to see Bobby Fish come somewhere and get booed again.
I want to get everybody's hopes down. The Kingdom are replacing Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish in this.
Matt Taven.
But see, I think that makes it even funnier. I think that it's definitely probably going to be him joining the Kingdom and Roddy. If that
then Undisputed comes back, it's like, yo, who the fuck are these guys?
Yeah, I definitely feel like that's going to happen. But this was a good man.
Good show. Good show.
Kingdom versus, wasn't Adam Cole also in the Elite? Adam Cole is a homie hopper.
Adam Cole is everywhere.
Well, in his defense though, they kicked him out. They killed him. They killed him off. He went off and he went to NXT, and then he came back and they were playing in his face like, I don't know what happened the last time we seen you, Adam. What are you talking about? Like, for a while, I think he was looking around like something's off here. He went back there and watched some YouTube, and he was like, "Nah, these guys is lying to me."
When you get revived, sometimes you don't keep your old memories, especially about how you died. That's at least what I heard in necromancy.
Sometimes it be like that, man. So, very good show. I think the story stuff that they did on this show was very good. I thought Rampage is Rampage. I'm still just not a big fan of 2-hour Rampage. There were
family people in the building weren't big fans of 2-hour Rampage.
Oh,
yeah,
I left before Rampage finished. My phone was at 14%. I got a tap to get on the train, girl. Yeah, you want me to stay there for an extra 2 hours and get out from Queens to the Bronx at 12 in the morning?
See?
Too much, bro. It's too much.
We were talking about this on Ask Grapsody, Cresta, because someone's asking us if they should make this show a pay-per-view. And we're like, yeah, probably be better on the weekend because exactly what you're describing here.
Yeah.
Like, nobody's going to be out here till midnight, 1 a.m. watching
On a Wednesday?
Rampage on a Wednesday.
I left during the Sky Blue, what's her name?
Julia Hart?
Julia Hart match. Because it's like, bro, they filmed it out of order, but you still had 2 more matches after that.
Right.
Realistically, you weren't ending at 12. And let's say I lived in the ass end of Brooklyn. From where you're at in Queens, you have to go through Manhattan all the way down into Brooklyn. So I'm not getting home till 1, 2 in the morning. From a wrestling show, you smoking.
You gotta be about that life, man.
You're not about that life.
You not smoking on me. I ain't no Zalo. No. I gotta go home. And you're wild for that. I think they should just do it live. I understand renting a venue, but either film it before or film it after. Because trying to go home at 12, 1 a.m., and I don't know where other places they film it at for whatever, go home during rush hour or go home in the middle of the night. No, girl. That's
they're better off trying to film it before, I think, if that's what they're going to do.
Yeah. But there were good things on Rampage. The Sky Blue match with Julia Hart was very good. The Darby match was fine. It seems like they're leading back to either Darby versus Christian or Darby versus Luchasaurus.
Darby got a dad? Because if he don't, then it's Christian. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, really the highlight of Rampage was the Sammy stuff with Don and Kenny coming out and the Jericho stuff. That was really the highlight of Rampage for me.
What about the Hung Bucks, baby? Hung Bucks are the new Ring of Honor Trios champions.
Yeah, I mean,
nobody cared in that arena. Nobody cared. Nobody cared. People were popped when the Bucks came out. They cheered for a little bit when the Kingdom came. I mean, when the Righteous came out. But after that, nobody cared. Nobody cared. And it was kind of sad. Nobody cared. They cared for the music, and that was it.
Yeah, Hung Bucks, of course, have history with those belts. They won those belts originally when they were doing the indie run and New Japan stuff. So, yeah, there's good history there. I like the idea that this is kind of Hangman trying to get a one-up on Swerve. Like, haha, I took your boy's belts. But he's also kind of proving Swerve's point that, what are you doing? Are you still a sideline guy? Are you a singles guy? Are you only good when you're next to those two guys?
He's doing charity.
Questions. So
charity.
Questions. So, I don't know. I thought all of this stuff was good. Of course, we got the confirmation that Santana and Ortiz are really feuding. This is a work, what they've been doing on Twitter.
I hate this. I got to tell you, I hate this.
I've seen the of course, we've seen the speculation. We've seen reports, but this looks like the confirmation. I do think that some of this is based off of real life events. So, I don't know. I'm curious to see where this goes. I think that,
they shot themselves into a work, brother, instead of working themselves.
You worked yourself into a shooting, make work you can shoot.
They did it in reverse.
Yeah,
I just upset that they never won the tag team titles.
That's a big missed opportunity.
I never really seen them versus the Lucha Brothers. There were a few things that they could have done before you did this breakup angle, and now that we're here, I'm kind of like,
I really want to see them as a tag team.
Me too.
Yeah,
I get that.
Something.
I think all of us do. I think that's the funniest part, except for Mike Santana.
I don't know, man. It just seems like we're just not going to get this at this point. I just very much want them as a tag team. But if you're going to use them on TV and use them in a big way, at least get something out of this. That's the good thing about it. But, man, what could have been?
It's such a good tag team. That's what's like, you guys.
I hate to say this. I would rather see them do this with FTR than with them because I feel like they never got a fair shake. FTR literally did everything you could do, and they did the victory lap. So why can't we do that for Proud and Powerful, formerly LAX? Why can't we get Homicide or Conan to come in and be like, yo, stop fucking playing with me? Like, something. Get Eddie Kingston, who got beef with everyone, to reunite the home. Well, we saw how that worked out. But, it's like...
I think Eddie's probably not the best mediator.
Eddie's like, go outside and fight each other. If you can't figure it out, stab each other.
Eddie's probably not the best one for this.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe this is leading to them having like a Sheamus and like a Claudio type thing.
Oh yeah, they fight it out. And
they fight it out and become a tag team.
Actually, we are brothers. Let's do it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe they're gonna come back.
That is a hood specialty. You hate a nigga for years, and then y'all get into a fist fight. Next thing you know, you're cool.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Didn't y'all used to
Yo, mind your business. Why don't you mind your business?
I mean, Raekwon and Ghostface try to kill each other, and they're two of the best members of Wu-Tang ever.
Because Wu-Tang ain't nothing to fuck with, even if you in Wu-Tang.
Look, it's just a little beef of it. Eventually, we're gonna make Liquid Sword or something.
Listen, man, if you've been friends with anybody for a long time, sometimes you gotta get in your friend's face. Sometimes sometimes friends gotta throw hands and get past it. It happens. Maybe that's what this is. Maybe this is gonna turn into their version of the bar. Maybe they're gonna come back as the bodega. I don't know.
Shut up. Shut up.
Maybe they're gonna come back as the bodegas.
Bodega boys. Hey, I heard Deuces and Maris ain't using that no more.
I don't know, but
our homie Danny Limelight will be mad as hell. Shout out to Danny Limelight.
Yeah, shout out to Danny. But I don't know. I just want to see them as a tag team. It is good that they're being used. I'm glad that Santana's healthy again as well. But I guess I don't know.
Well, just like Swerve and Keith Lee, I guess we'll never know.
Listen, man, Swerve has moved on to bigger things. Like I said, he was in Arthur Ashe looking real icy with the big fur coat on, challenging a former AEW World Champion. I think that this is going to be the feud that propels him up the card.
Yes. And Keith is gonna cook with Shane Taylor and all that. He's gonna have fun.
He's gonna watch some One Piece. He already got the One Piece swag. He's about to be a pirate. He's not worried about no wrestling.
What?
He's about to be a pirate.
What was going on last Saturday with like the miscues on camera?
What was going on? Why were they doing that?
Okay, so what happened?
We want to show that we're incompetent. Like I get it, but I don't really get it.
What had happened was the first one when they were cutting to Keith Lee and what's her name, Lexi Nair. That was an accident. The cue was cut too hard. They were stalling.
They just wanted again to make it look.
And
like
they did it again to try to make it look like it was with Big Bill.
Didn't work.
Didn't work.
Like, it did not work.
Cut the cap. I saw. I synced. No thanks.
Yeah. We see you. Stop it.
Didn't work.
I literally wrote for my notes. Take 22. Keith Lee.
They did the real sex joint. Real sex. Take 2.
Yeah.
Like they did.
Shut up. No, that is a cursed memory, my guy. That is cursed.
Yo, that was a wild show. They just go on the Christina asked her like, what your girl be doing now? She be doing all kind of wild shit. She come from the top of the building. She jump all the way down.
This wild show.
What is going on here? Y'all
classic HBO show when you're not supposed to be watching that kind of stuff at our age. And would stay up late at night and watch this.
Because of that show and HBO in particular, everyone and their mamas like, oh, you're from the Bronx? Are there hookers on Hunts Point? Like, yo, where are you hearing this? Where are you hearing this, bro? Like, what?
Are there though, Cresta? I mean, questions to be answered.
Do I look like I be hooking for the right price? I just might. Trina said.
Whoa, hold on a minute.
Whoa.
Listen, well, what are we doing right now? What do we do? We hooking right now. Okay, stop
it. We are definitely hooking right now. Big facts.
I don't know about over there on Hunts Point, but I do know other places in the Bronx where there definitely were. So what you doing tonight, Daddy? You want to be by yourself? You trying to go one-on-one with a great one? That'd be $500.
I mean, it's the home ladies, the SWs are right outside of my place, so I don't.
The SWs, the SWVs,
right now, and I'm always like, look, homegirl, I'm just trying to go into my house. I can't afford you, so move. I'm sorry.
Listen, it's no disrespect. If I could, I would. But until then,
that's what I'm saying, Cresta. I'm like, look, if I had $200, I'd probably give it to you, but I just don't got it.
I give it to you and
be out there with you. Do y'all got a men's corner that I can stand on? Because I need money. I'm poor out
Reg, when the show goes off, I got you. I got you when we go off there. I got you. Because I ain't trying to get us demonetized more than we have.
We are off the rails.
Yo, yeah, great. I thought this was a great show.
I don't know how we got to that from there, but we are here. Yeah,
it was my fault because I made the real sex reference.
You did. Yep. It turned into something else. It is your fault.
But yeah, no, great show. Grand Slam was fantastic. Very much looking forward to Wrestle Dream. That card is coming together quickly.
Yeah.
And there were hella homies. Shout out to all the homies that were at Grand Slam with Cresta. Like everybody taking pictures. I was like, hella the homies were outside.
I'm so mad I didn't meet Kate. Me and Kate were in different sections, and by the time she's like, I'm gonna stay to the end, and my phone was like, you staying to the end?
And you're like,
I gotta go.
Can't.
Next
I gotta go.
I gotta use it to get on the train. Just I don't got a Metro card no more.
But yeah, AEW's back to back with it. They're doing another one in a week.
Yeah.
Where?
Wrestle Dream, Seattle.
Oh, I like another one in New York. No, you mean
no, not in New York. Another
because they're
pay-per-view.
wildin'.
Yeah, but Tony Khan, there's that clip that came out of Tony Khan asking the crowd would they like to see a pay-per-view at Arthur Ashe. It does very much feel like Grand Slam could turn into a pay-per-view, or we could get a pay-per-view at Arthur Ashe in the near future.
Mm-hmm.
Grand Slam should be a pay-per-view with the amount of matches and good matches that they put on consistently every year. I wouldn't be mad at it. But if you don't and you make it a premium live event like Beach Break or whatever it is that you've been doing, I'm still happy with it. But Grand Slam being a pay-per-view, I wouldn't be mad at that.
Yeah, if they're up in the pay-per-view models, it only kind of makes sense. Like if you're going to do more pay-per-views, like this is already built in. You got the brand, you got all of it. And like I was saying, having this on the weekend will probably get you more fans in there.
You could even do it tonight at Arthur Ashe because it's not inaccessible. It's super easy to get you, just a journey. Once you get there, you got to walk.
Mm-hmm.
I think you sell more tickets to a pay-per-view than a Dynamite as well. I think that's going to do really well at Arthur Ashe.
And then Dynamite was packed. In the beginning, it was packed. It was very full. Only at the end when people were like, I got to go, was when people started leaving.
Right.
Yeah, and I mean, respect to those guys, because going into this week, there was a lot of talk about how Grand Slam wasn't selling well. Yeah. And the wrestlers got out and they did the press tour and they moved a lot of tickets. And
MJF
that's what you're supposed to do.
On that. MJF was like, you smucks, buy tickets faster so I don't got to do work for the rest of the week.
No, he was working hard.
They were working, man. They were doing a press tour. Joe did some press. Orange Cassidy was out here. They hit the ground running and they sold some tickets. So, shout out to them.
Yeah. Really good show. Successful stuff. Like we've said, they have a show next week, so they're right back into it. It's just it's been a very heavy couple of months with them just back to back stuff. So we're in it.
We're in it.
We got some super chats. Yeah, we do got a couple super chats.
Sure we do. Sure we got a bunch of humper chats as well.
Will Chisholm says, no, I'm biased, but I feel like people are downplaying how AEW dropped the ball on Jade. Her segment was making money. Her segments were making money. Yeah.
I agree. But also you have to put her in a match where she actually looks competitive for it to be believable. Y'all kind of just pushed her along where people just started to discredit her. She's still money. She's still great. But I do agree they dropped the ball on Jade Cargill. The Baddies was such a good idea. It was getting so many women into wrestling. And then for whatever reason, you said, fuck women's wrestling.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the thing is, two things can be true. I do think that they did make her into a star. They did give her things like the winning streak. She is the longest reigning champion, period, in the history of the company. But I do think there's still things that they could have done. I do think that they missed opportunities with her for sure.
Right. Steph the Writer says, I'd like to see Ali versus Phoenix, Commander, Dante, Sammy, Darby, and Vikingo. Yes. We would too. Thank you.
Give us all the matches.
Will Chisholm also says, I think he's just elaborating on what he said before. Tony fumbled the bag with Jade. She was a moneymaker for them, and fans downplaying her is crazy. Now they passed all that money to WWE. Thanks, Tony. Now WWE makes their women's division way real. Yeah, I think they presented her on a silver platter. They were just like, here's a built-in star that we built up over here. Have fun with her.
Why Jade went after the TBS title coming back? Beyond. She really should be in your main event scene, and her pinning Saraya is super believable. No one would question it. I think most people would be mad. Oh my God, I can't believe she beat Saraya. But no, that's it. She's a heel. It makes sense. It makes complete sense with smart Mark Sterling. Say that 5 times fast.
Yeah. I got it. They wanted to wrap up the stuff with Statlander. They wanted to get the rematch right away. And I do think Jade did the right thing, putting Statlander over on the way out. But yeah, I do think that they should have at least. She never ever mentioned wanting to be world champion. I think that was a mistake.
Yeah, not even said it.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Bragav, our homie, says, howdy folks, love seeing Cresta here. She's awesome on the Collision Review show. Hope y'all are well. Appreciate that.
We are.
Listen, they said we're missing a light skin since Will Washington left, and I was like, don't mind if I do.
Boom, split a light skin right in there. Right on in. Van Twinblade says, Saraya just put out that all her gear got stolen. Keep an eye out for stolen gear.
That's so.
Yeah, that sucks.
Bro, if you're a wrestling fan, why would you do that? Like, Yo, set yourself on fire, Kane style. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, why you being weird?
Yeah, don't steal people's stuff. What's wrong with you?
Sal Cruz says MJF forever a baby face with that Bret Hart entrance. Max.
That was great.
I did love that because back in the day, that I was the hugest Bret Hart fan, and I was always that little kid, and I always wanted to scream that at Bret Hart walking down the hallway. So
yeah,
respect.
I thought it was also funny that you can't get more New York than him actually doing like the old school jacket with like all of the NBA logos on it, but just doing it with like all the New York logos
the New York
on
ones, because Cresta knows she's a New Yorker. They think they invented everything, and everything's just about them.
Hold on. Yo. First of all, he had on a Mets
crazy?
jacket. He had on a Mets jacket, and everyone knows the only team in New York that's worth a damn is the damn Yankees. Okay, you wearing a Mets jacket, I already know what you fucking for. You're a clown. You're a clown. Okay.
But he had all the logos on there. He had the Mets on there.
Didn't he?
But you was doing it in the Mets, Knicks. The orange and blue means losers. Come on, I don't want to talk about sports. All right, I haven't been a Knicks fan. I have not been a Knicks fan since Jeff Van Gundy. Okay, and I don't want to talk about it any further. Yeah. And then find out he was on ESPN and just got fired blew my mind.
Yeah, he just got fired. He was doing commentary. But yeah, I definitely felt like I had vindication this week because somebody was like, "Are you being too hard on Aaron Rodgers?" And then that thing came out that he texted Jason Love after he beat the Bears.
I don't know.
Enjoy your vacation, Aaron Rodgers. Enjoy your vacation.
When people shit on New York, they have every right to. Besides the Yankees, I got to agree with them. We kind of suck.
It is what it is. Will Chisholm, this is our last super chat of the day, says Asuka versus IYO was great last night, and those stupid fans thought The Rock was coming back last night to save Cena. Bless her. Yeah, I saw some tweet. Some people were upset. They were at the show because they said that The Rock was advertised. I'm like, where? When? What?
The Rock wasn't even advertised last. He just
he just showed up.
What? What do you mean? They didn't advertise him then. Why are they going to advertise him now?
That is mean and real. But we are currently in an actors and a writer's strike. So they're coming back to make their money, to pay their people. So I get why you would think that. But The Rock, unless he's showing up for funsies, don't ever expect him to show up.
Rocky's
Enjoy
not
that
coming
last
back
week. Keep watching the show from last week. Listen to that pop because that's probably about it.
The Rock is like New York from the end of Flavor of Love 2. Why you bring me back, Flav? Why you bring me back, Flav? To open up the same wound, Flav? You think she come? Stop it.
Nah, man, not coming back for all of that, bro. Like that's why they played the clip again. That's the best you're gonna get out of it.
Hey, watch this, bro. Watch top 10 The Rock clips on WWE.com, but that's it.
What did you think about? It seems like they're now running with Waller and Theory as a tag team.
What?
Very interesting decision. You didn't see that? They were attacked.
This is on SmackDown.
Yeah, they had attacked. This is their second win together, I think. Because they beat the Brawling Brutes last night. Theory came out and he was like, I did 10 million views, not The Rock. I did. And he's doing the whole Austin Theory thing. Waller comes out, they get the match with Brawling Brutes, and they won. It seems like they're gonna move forward with these two as a tag team.
I don't hate it.
I don't hate it either. I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, I thought that like we talked about last week. I thought that Austin Theory really held his ground there against The Rock way better than he did with Cena. And I think Grayson Waller's that dude. So yeah, I'm not mad at it.
I'm not mad at it either, but I do feel like Austin Theory. The problem with Austin Theory is he'll never get a fair shot, and not because Cena buried him, not because The Rock buried him, because he got that Vince stink on him, and he's doing everything he can to wash it off. But while he was there, you were the man. As soon as he left, who else said it that now that your daddy isn't here, what are you gonna do?
Roman.
Like what are you gonna do? It sucks. Cena murdered him. Saying
Roman was capping though, because he could have said that to himself. But I get it. I understand what he's saying.
I mean you're a Vince guy, Roman.
What do you mean, dude? You're that.
Roman is doing what he said Brock did, what Brock is complaining that The Rock did, that The Rock complaining that Hogan did.
And I do like that Cena came out and said that about The Rock. He was like, I was wilding back in the day because he did the exact same thing as The Rock. He's like, look, I was talking crazy about The Rock going to do Hollywood and shit. Like, I didn't know that there was a lot of money out here.
Like, so you telling me I don't have to actually get injured and I could pretend like I'm fighting somebody more than I could pretend now and get paid 5 times as much and not have to deal with creative?
And my pectoral muscles not going to fall off the bone getting body slammed by somebody? Yeah, no, I think I'll do the Hollywood thing.
Sign me up, man. Give me in some more James Gunn stuff, man.
Straight up, yeah. Fast and Furious, Vin Diesel, yeah, I'll fight him for sure.
What? He can't fight no way.
I mean, but yeah, I thought this worked. Theory came out, did his usual entrance, and he did the A-Town down thing, and you could see Waller behind him, pop up behind him, like, "Hey, I'm here too." I thought it was really funny. I don't know.
Like 2 corny niggas doing 2 cornball shit, and it's sending me. I like it, but at the same time, it's like, come on, Austin. I really hope this works out for you because you were okay in the way, and anything you've tried to do since then, I'm like, but ain't you Vince's bitch boy?
Yeah, but I also think the thing is, like, you can do a tag team with this, but I think people want to like Waller, and so I can very easily see Theory turning on him, and this being like,
damn, Theory,
them two feuding. I like it.
Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. They're the Spider-Man meme. They're literally trying to point at each other. It's like, so I can see it. I can see this turning into a feud out of this.
Let them at least get a few tag matches in. Isn't Pretty Deadly on the way back? Them versus Pretty Deadly would be really fun.
That was the other thing.
That's money. That's money.
The Pretty Deadly segment last night was also very funny. Elton is now doing his recuperation. # Elton Strong. Also very funny stuff. But yeah. WWE, credit where it's due, has given us a lot of great TV matches this weekend. We got the Tyler Bate match on NXT with Pete Dunne. I'm sorry, I'm still calling him Pete Dunne. Yeah, I'm not rolling with his Bush stuff. But yeah, the Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne match for the Global Heritage Invitational was very good. We surprisingly got a random Kofi and Ivar sighting that was very good, like way better than I expected it to be. We're just gonna come out and have a great match out of nowhere. I don't know what happened there. It was supposed to be a tag match, but it got turned into a singles match. And
once somebody wasn't cleared to compete, so they turned it into a 1-on-1 until next week when the other person's cleared to compete.
Right, and so yeah, Kofi and Ivar put on a banger of a match on Monday night. If you have not seen it, go out of your way to watch it. Very, very good match. But you know why I'm here, because I have been begging for this match for close to a year, longer than a year. Asuka versus IYO SKY on SmackDown. I wanted this to be a pay-per-view match. Very much feels like it will end up a pay-per-view match based on the fact that we got a kind of inconclusive finish. They cooked, man. This was everything I wanted it to be.
Yes.
I was very happy with this match. I wasn't as happy with the finish, but I understand what they're doing. Of course, we had to do the Charlotte is ringside stuff.
Charlotte Flair!
Charlotte is ringside to watch the match.
Break in case of emergency. Charlotte, bring in Charlotte.
If anybody's talking...
This match would have cooked regardless.
Yeah, you did need her out there. But this was great. It was hard hitting. They did all the technical wrestling spots. Asuka at one point tried to get IYO in like this modified Kimura lock. All of it looked cool. The reversals looked cool. IYO doing the gymnastic stuff that she's great at, doing the aerial stuff that she was great at. Narrowly escaped Asuka. It looked like Asuka was going to win, and Bayley got IYO's foot up on the rope, and afterwards, Charlotte somehow intervened. I don't know why she intervened to push Bayley out the way and keep the match going. That distracted Asuka long enough for IYO to hit her with the feint kick and then hit her with the moonsault to win. Like I said, inconclusive enough finish that you can run this back at Fastlane. Maybe you run this back as a triple threat and add Charlotte. I don't know why you would do that. I don't know why you would do that, but I can easily see this company doing it. But you've got so many good things going because, of course, the rumor is that Kyrie is done at the end of September. So maybe by Fastlane and after Fastlane, Kyrie will be back. You can add her to the storyline. There's still so much stuff you can do with this women. I think they should have main evented the show as well. They got like kind of the mid-show match, and then they ended the show with the Bloodline stuff, which was didn't like it. Wasn't for me. I thought you should have ended the night with the women because they really stole the show.
Right.
I don't know, man. I have a question that I don't want the answer to, but like, is this the same Asuka that was beefing with Shinsuke Nakamura in New Japan? Is this the same Asuka that was one of the most dominating NXT champions? Why y'all keep doing her like this? I like IYO SKY. I do. But this should have been a main event. This should have been a pay-per-view. And again, like you said, in case of emergency, break case for Charlotte Flair, which wasn't needed here. There was heat. This was a match that was naturally building. And you had your escape with Bayley being a piece of crap. I don't understand. But if it gets more Asuka and IYO on my screens, great. I don't want to see a triple threat. like we said at the beginning, it was kind of like Becky versus Carmella. We don't need Charlotte Flair here, but Charlotte Flair is always going to have a title, and that's just tea, sis.
I mean, it should have been Becky and Ronda Rousey 1-on-1, as we still know, but
yes.
Now,
Charlotte was still like, hey, what about me? No, what are you doing here? We got the match right here. We built the match.
Let me go ahead and say that the only reason why I agree with Charlotte Flair being in that match is because of where Ronda was wrestling at. Yes. Becky would have exposed the fuck out of her. Totally. Y'all can't have that. Totally. Y'all can't. That's you true. Needed a buffer. That's you true. Needed a buffer. Yeah. And you're spending this much on Ronda just for Becky to be yelling at her to stand somewhere? How does that look? What's the math on that?
Armbar. Yeah, I don't know. I thought this was I thought it was fine that Charlotte was in the match, but I despised how we got there. I hated the way they took the belt off of Asuka. I will never not think that was a bad idea. Mm-hmm. I think Asuka's in a good place right now. I don't like the way they booked her as champion, but I do think they're not done with the EO stuff. I do think we're going to get another match. We're probably going to get a pay-per-view match out of this. You can squeeze a few matches out of this. And depending on what they're doing with Kairi, if she does come back, you can do some really interesting stuff there because, EO and Kairi were a tag team, and they didn't get the run that they were supposed to get because Kairi left to go to the main roster to be a tag team with Asuka. And they've been mentioning over and over on commentary that Asuka was in a tag team with EO, which, I mean, it was a trio. Mm-hmm. But they keep mentioning that she was in a tag team, and I think that is on purpose because they're going to introduce Kairi back in.
Yeah, that makes sense.
As long as they use Kairi, because I think Kairi, EO, and Asuka, these three women are phenomenal, but I feel like we see this much of their potential in the Fed.
Yeah,
so totally. Let them cook. Let them, if you're going to bring her in, don't do her like you did last time. Let them cook. Let all three of them cook. And even if EO wins the title again, I want to see a stonker. I want to see him. I want to be sat. I want to be, you know what I mean? So
give us the Kairi Asuka 1-on-1 match that we didn't get the first time around. I was very mad that she left the company and she did not get the title match she should have gotten before she left. So give us that 1-on-1 match. I think there's plenty of stuff that they can do with those three women. And even if that's not the plan, there's plenty of stuff that they can do here. There's enough here to keep me interested. Don't ruin this for me, WWE. Every time I want something and you give it to me, it's like a monkey paw. You always give me what I want.
This is what you wanted, right? And you're like, and wait, there's some extras on here that I didn't ask for.
Why is there a bunch of Charlotte Flair on top? I didn't ask for this.
I want Charlotte Flair.
Listen, man, we've had enough Charlotte, man. It's enough. Like, I don't know, man. You don't have to put her in the title picture. It very much feels like they're going to run Charlotte versus Bianca by WrestleMania.
It's like, dude, the point of you getting Charlotte to this position is so you can use her as in big feud still without the championship because she's a big deal. But they're still like, nope, she got to be champion. She's here.
And I hate being a Charlotte apologist because I'm not a big Charlotte fan. I want to know how much of that is Charlotte, how much is this is her being booked this way. And if someone's going to tell you, go out there and go beat up, if they said, Reg, go beat up Phil, we're going to give you $1 million. And Phil's like, I'm only getting $100. Like, yo, sorry, Phil.
Sorry, bro. Hey, take this beat down. Take this beat down, big bro.
So it's like, I feel bad for Charlotte in an extent, but also like, y'all don't trust the other women in your company. Do you have to add Charlotte Flair? I think about when Becky was advocating that even if she is going to beat Bianca, not 26 seconds. Come on now. That's a little egregious. Like,
but I see what you're saying. If I'm Charlotte and every time I show up, they're like, we're giving you the belt again. I'm not going to say no. I'm going to be like, all right, cool.
How does that look? How does that look? Like, I like you guys, but you don't put money in my pocket. Like, how does that look? I don't want to be head of the table. I don't want to be the tribal chief.
Give that belt to someone else. No, you're going to give it to me. I'm going to take it. I'm
going to take it every time. I'll do the job. I'm 16-time champ. That means I lost it 15 times. So clearly I'm going to do the job. But like, if you tell me, yo, you want Benihana's at McDonald's, I'm going to Benihana's.
I'm picking Benihana's. I'm sorry, you guys. Y'all gonna be mad because I'm coming in with Benihana's and y'all getting double cheeseburgers.
Benihana's again? Yeah, you're damn right again. You're damn right again. You're damn right again.
Benny freaking Hanna, like Wolf of Wall Street. Benny, we got taken down by a hibachi restaurant. Benny freaking Hanna.
Benihana is the ultimate for me. Some people like Olive Garden. I love Benihana. So if you tell me Benihana's or McDonald's, we going to Benihana's.
Nah, man. Remember when Red Lobster used to be in that category for people.
Yeah.
Like you don't hear people talk about Red Lobster
You
at all
don't
anymore.
No. Red Lobster used to be like, I graduated high school. We're going
to Red Lobster.
Every occasion, bro. Easter, graduation, Mother's Day. I don't care what the occasion is. Your birthday, a date. Anything, you're going
to somebody. Beyonce even said that when he fucked me good, I take his ass to
Yes, I was gonna say I want to know if that's a black people thing because it feels like a black people thing. Black people love them. That's like
black people and seafood. Stop.
I'm saying.
Yo, Joe, the way Joe's Crab Shack used to be another one. It was right up there. Another seafood restaurant used to be in that category, man.
My shit in a bucket, brother. I'm pulling up.
Give me my bib, brother. Whatever happened to Joe's Crab Shack?
What happened to Joe's Crab Shack? A lot of those, like the smaller ones, I think just came and started cooking. It's like, I'm going to go to a smaller establishment that's going to really season my seafood because Joe's Crab Shack. I went there one time. I was like,
garlic and then
bro, y'all need to season the rest of this, you motherfuckers. It's just a hot ass bucket of meat. What are you doing?
This is literally just steaming crab.
It's just steaming. Where's the stuff at? There's some lemon on the side right there. Go ahead. There's some salt there. I'm like, get me out of here.
Nah, that might be it. That might be the cheat code. Black people and seafood, man. It's just a thing. We like seafood. Let's see. Get into. I think we got some Humper chats left.
Stop playing. Sponsor Grapsody.
Definitely take that Red Lobster sponsorship.
Absolutely. I would.
Hat and the shirt.
Bro, I will definitely come on here with the bib and hawk some cheddar biscuits, bro. Stop playing with me.
I'll eat some live on air, brother.
Yo, I'll take it one step further. I'll hit you with the Joe Hendry double lobster. Stop playing. I'll make a song.
Stop playing with me. No, I'll be on here doing it, man. Let's see from Nelson Months. Collision isn't doing under 400K with college football, and now having women in the main event. All Out being contender for pay-per-view of the year. Grand Slam both with 0 backstage fights. Numbers and data don't lie. AEW never needed CM Punk in the shows. Hey, if you feel that way, that's cool. I do not. But you know,
I think he's fantastic. I think he's great. But this situation again proved that no one person is bigger than wrestling or bigger than a company.
Exactly.
And I think it's one thing to say that the company is doing fine, but I don't agree when people are like, "Oh, wrestling doesn't need CM Punk. It's not good with him."
That
is cap, boy. That is cap, brother.
Or that his run wasn't worth it in AEW. Like, there's a lot of crazy shit, but the good stuff was really good.
Bro, when I first started watching in 2018, no matter who was wrestling, everyone was like CM Punk.
Yes, at minimum, we got rid of those.
Yeah, we don't have to do this because I'm a sicko. I just watched his Collision promo from when he came back.
Because I'm a sicko.
I just watched it like 2 days ago, and I was just like, man, nah, he was cooking, bro. I'm sorry, bro was cooking, man. Let's see. From Tony P says, so are we ever going to hear Shaka Khan sing Swerve to the ring again in AEW? Get Cresta wants stop being greedy for Eddie, while Who We Be is good, Phil. I feel the perfect DMX song for Eddie is one more road to the cross. It embodies who he is. Yeah,
I like it. I don't think we'll ever hear Ain't Nobody again.
I think he's moved on.
Yeah, I don't think, unless Shaka Khan is just there for the memes, and they're gonna have to pay Shaka Khan.
Right?
Shaka Khan ain't playing that. You seen how Shaka Khan was talking about being sampled by Kanye? She wasn't feeling it.
She
took her money, but she wasn't happy about that.
Yeah, she didn't like it.
I mean, as far as I forgot what the other part of it. Never mind, my brain turned off.
Yo, the DMX record
DMX.
he proposed. It was one more road to cross.
I mean, the problem with DMX records, you could put those for Eddie Kingston or Samoa Joe, and it'd be the same.
Yes, exactly.
So like, you have to be really succinct because one more road to me, that's a Joe. That's a Joe. That's a Joe. You can even chant Joe to that.
The way that he be walking, you're right. Yeah.
Even the Rough Riders anthem, I thought about that for Eddie. I'm like, is that an Eddie song? That's kind of a Joe song. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
That's a Joe song.
Okay.
That's just me. You got to be real picky because Eddie Kingston already got that gothic musical. So stop being greedy, fit right with it.
Musical.
I mean, his theme song is very clearly influenced by Greedy.
Yeah.
So yeah, it just makes sense. From Smiley for the show. Not too much on exposing me, but I am so happy y'all brought my girl Cresta to the show. So deserves. Also, when Ali shows up in Freelance and I'm front row, y'all know y'all not gonna hear the end of it from me. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to him showing up in Freelance. I will be there for that show.
Yeah.
I love you, Smiley. You're the greatest of all time.
Thank you, Tracy. You're the best.
Listen, we only cook people we care about. If we didn't care about you, we'd be like, we got a super chat from Smiley.
Listen.
Yep. Exactly. Exactly.
Listen,
exactly.
This was an ongoing thing when Will was on this show of me giving him a hard time as much as possible, because if I don't give him a hard time, who's going to? Like this guy, everything works out for this guy. I have to give him a hard time.
Yeah, everything works out for this guy.
And if you guys were wondering, it hasn't stopped. My group chat is filled with Phil giving Will a hard time.
I have to give him a hard time. He knows that. At least I hope he knows this.
It's not on the show. It's not just the show. It's real life too.
I'm glad y'all brought that up, because there were 2 times I wanted to be a part of a group chat. When CM Punk got released, I wanted that elite group chat. Must have been crazy. That must have been crazy. And when Will Washington got the AEW, I'm like, I know that Grapsody group chat must be crazy right now. I know that group chat is crazy right now.
A whole bunch of group chats are crazy then, I'd bet.
But I would have paid good money to just be a fly on the wall for that elite group chat. I know that was a joke.
Everything okay?
Man. We just talked about this because we laughed because Circles is going away next month, and I'm like, yeah, man.
Circles wasn't working. You would post something in private, and somebody's like, "So you talking about my mama?"
Yeah, no, for real.
Circles.
I seen you hating. I seen it.
The Circle stuff was getting out, bro, and that's why I'm like, yo. Gotta find another way to get your sneak distance off, man. Keep that stuff in your group chat, bro. I'm sorry.
You can't sneak this no more on Circles. It must hurt y'all out there.
Nah, you can't do it. You can't sneak this in Spaces no more. You can't do it in Circles no more, bro. You gotta find somebody else. You gotta find somewhere else to do it, man. So keep it in your group chats.
It's hard out here.
Say it with your chest if you can't say it at all. That's how I feel. But then again, I'm from the Bronx, so listen to me.
and I'll say this because I'm sure somebody might clip this or think that I'm talking about them. If you think that I'm talking about you, I genuinely don't care. I genuinely don't care. I'm probably not talking about you, and you think this is about you because you've probably done it before. So not talking about you.
Cinderella. Put it on, Cinderella, and run down the stairs because I don't care. I don't care.
I don't. Tony P says Emmy and Saraya and Mike and Ortiz doing stuff on Twitter now. Is this them, the wrestlers, doing this on their own, or AEW is partly behind it, especially with the issues with Mike and Ortiz had? Also, if Mercedes comes, do you give her the belt even if she isn't fully signed?
Yes, that's what Impact does. Please stay. Please stay. I'll give you the belt.
Like, maybe if you have the belt, you'll really sign with us, and it never works anytime ever.
Yeah.
Rush.
I think it's different situations. The Emmy and Saraya thing reads like a work to me.
Yes, from the beginning.
This just reads like a work. The Mike and Ortiz thing is a bit different because there is some history there. There is ongoing tension and other things going on there that people don't know about. It also seems like, based off of stuff we saw this week, that AEW is trying to crack down on stuff getting to Twitter, which I think is long overdue because people were wilding.
Thank you. Yeah.
AEW Twitter was like, we don't care.
Man.
We don't care.
Yeah. No. Crack down on that shit.
Yeah. So. Hopefully, I think the stuff that is making it, and that's why I kind of believed from the beginning that some of the Santana and Ortiz stuff was a work, because I'm just like, the way this is going, the responses, I'm like, yeah, I think somebody would have told them to shut it down if it wasn't.
Right.
Yeah. But also, I think that's important, too, that when you look at Twitters of wrestlers, take it with a grain of salt. Because if Jeff Jarrett taught you anything, from the moment that man wake up, he working. And a lot of these wrestlers, from the moment they wake up and log on, they're working. And you over here like, yeah, get her, girl. No, girl, she getting you.
Yep.
Yeah. A lot of stuff is work. To your question about Mercedes, I do. It depends on the future doing. If it's a Saraya feud, I do think you put the belt on Mercedes because there's too much stuff you can do with her as champion. Even if you only have her for a little bit, if she doesn't sign a long-term contract, I don't know, man. Just the draw of Mercedes, the fans she's gonna bring in, the matches you can have. I don't think you No, you don't pass up on that opportunity.
I mean, look at what she did with the IWGP Women's Championship in that short amount of time. Like, if you could get that same thing again, I'm doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
I will even say that if we look at Lio Rush now and Impact with the oh my God, the X Division Championship. Sorry, there's a lot of wrestling I watch. My brain is just like, which one? Which one? You could have her win it off of Saraya, no matter who she drops it to. That person's a star.
Boom.
So it's
exactly.
a win-win, even if she's there for a hot 3-week push, no matter who she drops it to. Imagine, I'm not saying this will happen, but imagine she drop it to Sky Blue. We're all now talking about Sky Blue. We're all now wanting to see what Sky Blue is going to do. Julia Hart, you would same way.
This is what I'm saying, man. Jay beating her for that belt would have been monumental, man.
Would have been huge. Elias.
I mean,
it could still happen. What if Mercedes goes back to the WWE?
Listen, what if Jade isn't actually going to the Fed and this is just a working team?
We're all being worked.
Boy, let me tell you, if we're getting worked, just one hell of a work.
If we're being worked, y'all are doing a great job.
You're doing a fantastic job. Taking her off the roster page and everything. I think she's gone, guys. I think it's a done deal.
Her and CM Punk are going to hold hands while they walk back into AEW.
Sick world, man. Sick world out here. Bizarro Big L. They just announced the match for RVD for tonight. Hook and RVD versus 2.0. This is going to be so good. Anyone think RVD is going to sign since WWE burned him? Cresta, we got 3 months until MJF contract is up. We may get a December 29th pay-per-view.
December to remember?
Y'all still under the impression that MJF doesn't have a new contract and that he's gonna
MJF ain't going to the Fed.
Bidding war of 2024, man.
I'm like, y'all still on that train? That's pretty funny.
I will say this till the cows come home. I don't want MJF in WWE. Will he make more money? Yes. Could they present him better? Absolutely. Will they? No. Will he be misdialed? Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. You're not gonna get on the camera like fire me, Vince.
He gonna be right there with his cut off leather jacket with LA Knight. Like they're gonna be.
He's gonna be with the Miz. He's gonna be the Miz's stunt double and all this shit that they were talking about the Miz over there. Listen, I get it. I feel it. I feel you on that with the Miz slander. I feel you on that. But if you think you're gonna go to the Fed and make that much money and not do some misdial stuff, I hate to say it. Look at your boy Cody. What is Cody doing? Finishing the story?
Yeah, I mean, in a perfect world, if I thought that they would book him well, the idea of Cody beating Roman at WrestleMania and then right after that, all we hear is don't. That would be fire. I can't lie, but I don't want him to go there long term. I think for the moments it would be cool because that's what they do. They book moments well, but in the long term, I don't know. Because the Cody stuff is prime example. The moments have been great, but why is this man still wrestling Dom? Like, what are we doing?
No, bro, Dom is more over than Cody, and I hate that.
Oh God, they did that to themselves too, Cresta. That's the worst part.
I don't know if I would say he's more over. I don't know if I would say he's more over than Cody. Cody is a special kind of over at the moment, but I think they're pushing it because it's only so long people are going to cheer him, and he's not doing anything. At some point, people are going to look around like, cut to the chase.
Yeah,
and. I think there's only so long you can stretch this out, man, to keep him out of the title picture. Again, I don't want to beat a dead horse, but guy should have won at WrestleMania. Everything since then has proven that he should have won at WrestleMania. Roman is not on TV. He's defended that belt once since April. What are we doing? What the fuck are we doing?
Roman is at home watching Moana with his nieces and nephews in the Rockstar.
Bro, we're doing these bad segments every week where we have to pretend that Paul Heyman is talking to this man on the phone. Yo.
Wow,
stop it, man.
Phil, why would call Roman Reigns?
His phone been on do not disturb for the last 4 weeks.
Bro.
Paul Heyman ain't getting through that.
Bro.
Roman Reigns see Paul Heyman's messages are called like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You calling again? It's them. Hang that up.
Yo, I'm on the film of Fast and Furious for The Rock. Can you stop?
Yeah, keep calling here. Why y'all keep calling here?
I thought I blocked your number.
Yeah, you see that number. Look, man. We walking in and Wingstop right now. Leave me alone. Leave me alone, bro.
I want my girl and my kids. Quit calling here.
Stop calling him, man.
At this point, it's gonna be from what? I'm gonna go back to my old bitch. Call Brock Lesnar.
leave me alone, man.
You won't answer any of my calls.
Call Dwayne, man. Black Adam didn't do well. See if he wants the match now. Leave me alone.
Call him. Y'all was going crazy last week. Call him back.
Dude, he gonna call The Rock and Roman gonna pick up the phone like, why you calling this number? He don't want to talk to you either.
I'm over here too.
I'm over here too.
Why do you think you're not together? What is wrong with you? Why do you think I'm not answering your calls?
Leave me alone, bro. From Bizarro Big L, Cresta, I gotta support the kingdom. They from my area, and I just have this feeling that they can catch fire if they keep it up. This family Porto neck strong promos surrounding Roddy like this, like his two dads. Don't know what Maria's up to, but this could get good quick. I do think they're going to be the next Ring of Honor tag team champions. Yeah, I think it's coming.
They're going to be the ones to beat them.
I don't like the kingdom, and let me tell you why. There's a little group called Honor No More and Impact that ran a menace for months. Yeah. And I that stink is still stuck on me, and I can't. I don't want to see Matt Taven. I don't want to see old boy with the dreads. I don't want to see
Righteous.
Yeah, I don't want to see them. It's not.
Righteous got a title match coming up, man. They won the Battle Royal.
I don't care.
I fucks with them because, of course, Righteous. I have to.
I like them. Vincent's dope. He comes down snapping his fingers like he's going to like the
hippies. He's a beast.
He looks like he's about to start the fight like West Side Story. No, I like Vincent, man. He's great. But you're not fucking with the kingdom. You're not fucking with the I've got something for you.
It's not their fault. I'm blaming Impact booking on that. Because every time I turned around, they were all like, I won a title shot. You get a title shot, you lose, and then be like, Scott D'Amore, this is BS. How was that his fault? You lost.
Nah, man. Do 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 do.
I fucks with the kingdom.
Nah, I like it, man. And I think this is great for them. I think this storyline is helping them out a lot.
Only person I like is Maria Kanellis.
Yeah. Last super chat we got from Tony P. A theory about the ending to Max and Adam. MJF possessive and selfish personality is going to lead to Max to turn on Adam out of jealousy. He never had a real friend and don't know how to handle people having more than one best friend. I can see that, but I can also see, like I said, Adam turning on this guy and it turning Max into an unhinged heel that does not trust anybody anymore.
He needs to be an unhinged heel, if I'm going to be honest with you.
Right.
Maxwell is right on the cusp of Randy Orton, and I need the Randy Orton now. I do, because this cusp of it's run its course. You're great. You've built a great foundation. Now I need you to be unhinged. Now I really need you to set people's houses on fire. I need that. I need that. I need Kane powerbombing women through tables, MJF. That's what I need.
Yeah. Moving forward for this, I just need MJF to be a heel. All the matches and things I think for the rest of the year, I think are as MJF as a heel.
I mean, I think the biggest, if people think he's going to stay a babyface, I think the biggest telltale of this is, as a babyface, he still does everything he did as a heel.
Right.
You're
just cheering for it. He still cheats to win matches. He still goes overboard and goes in on people in the promos. All of it is the same.
He might not be able to go back.
He's still, he's still letting you know.
Y'all just like him.
He's still letting you know at every turn that he's a scumbag. Okay. I don't think that the babyface stuff is long term. That's just a guess.
Yeah.
But that is all our Humper chats. I don't know if you have any super chats left.
No super chats. We went through all those too.
We did it, y'all.
We did it. Almost went 3.5 hours. This is
the longest podcast I've ever been a part of, and this is the worst town I've ever been in.
You know how you boys do.
But we're officially done. I just double checked. We don't have any more Humper chats. This has been a blast. As always, appreciate you guys for coming through and send us your super chats or Humper chats or chatting with us. Appreciate Cresta for coming through very last minute. But this was fun.
I liked it. I had a good time. Where can we find you, Cresta? Tell us a little bit about your socials and things before we get up out of here.
Phil, Reg, thank you. This is crossed off of my wrestling bucket list.
Yes.
2 podcasts I wanted to be a part of was Grapsody, and I already did oh my God, what's the other one that's really black that I can't think of their name right now?
Public
Enemies.
Yes.
The guys, man.
Yes.
Shout out to the guys.
Mm-hmm.
True Hill Heat was fun too, but those 3 are blackety black.
Yeah.
You guys can find me here on Fightful. Coincidentally, tonight for Collision with Iridian and Riccagino. And if there's some sort of breaking news, Sean Ross might show up. You can also find me over on Fightful on Thursdays with Joel Pearl, the biggest heel in the business. We cover Impact Wrestling, which I've been shilling all night here. And besides that, Wednesdays, Mondays, and Fridays, you can catch me live on TikTok and Twitch at Cresta Star. We do wrestling watch along. I don't show the videos. I don't want to get DMCA'd because I don't got that kind of money, but you can laugh. It's like this, but with just one person, me by myself. Besides that, Twitter, X, whatever it's called, Cresta the Star. You can follow me. I got a link tree at the top. My brain is off.
The first day of the rest of my life. X. It's still Twitter though.
I mean, you type in twitter.com, that's where you go. You know what I mean? I think if you type in x.com, you might go somewhere else.
Yeah, it's gonna take you to some other places.
Take you to some wild journeys, Benny.
You know what? And that's what you're looking for. Anywho, Reg, Lindsey, this is you guys. Promote yourself. Be great. I love you both.
Man, appreciate you as always. Again, if you do want that hat, check out our merch at grapsody.bigcartel.com. You know what it is. This has been Grapsody. I'm Phil Lindsey. It's Righteous Reg. It's been real with you. 3.5 hours, but we are out.
Peace.
We did it.